is the main event of the evening.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy here, Razor Sharp Picks, coming at you live for some Sunday night football, where we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers head to LA to take on the Rams in a big NFC matchup. This could be a preview of the NFC playoffs. You guys know how we do it here. We're going to talk about our bets before the game. We're going to talk our bets during the game, halftime bets, and more. We have the best dual stream on all platforms. We are live on Radio Sharp Picks Network and over on Sports Money. I got my guy, Ramon Scott, with us tonight. Ramon, how you doing, my friend?
Man, Razor, feel lonely here with you, but, it should be a better game than when 1979 when the Buccaneers played the Rams in the NFC championship game, and the final score was 9-0. So we're not going to get that tonight, not with Baker, not with McVay. They shared a plane ride together, Razor, back in 2018. McVay was the hot, young, offensive genius coaching the Rams, and Baker was on some of his trips looking to get a job in the NFL as a Heisman Trophy winner. And they struck up a conversation on a plane. And you remember that game a few years ago. McVay needed a quarterback, and Baker came in on 2 days' notice and beat the Raiders on Thursday Night Football in December. One of the most entertaining games of that season, even though it didn't mean much in the end. But I think McVay has respect for Baker, and he will tonight, as well as these Rams are playing right now. They are looking pretty terrific as one of those contenders, and we've already seen a wild day, Razor. We just watched the Eagles and their matchup against the Cowboys. What a comeback there, and dry spot there for the Eagles in the second half, but what a day, Razor, from Patrick Mahomes to Jameis Winston to don't forget about the Shedeur Sanders. You can't look past that. The Bears winning. Pat's getting it done. So what a way to head into Thanksgiving. This should be a good one tonight.
Man, it should be a good one. So let's talk about, I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but Mike M will not be here tonight. I think he knew that the Eagles were going to lose. He made fun of me that our team tied the Cowgirls, and now his team went and lost outright. Do you think he knew it was going to happen, Ramon?
No, well, he definitely said he's got some things to attend to, but there's no doubt that no panic still in the Eagles, but the Cowboys have just had a little bit of momentum here. They're obviously dramatically improved over the last couple of weeks, shoring up the defense for sure there, and stymieing the Eagles that still have that struggle going right now on offense, Razor. Great first half. Don't know what happened other than the Cowboys making some great adjustments. They can be proud of themselves for sure. Not only win that game, but put themselves back in the chase. They're alive. They're definitely alive. And with the momentum they have right now, you'd be hard-pressed to say that they're going to miss the playoffs. They feel like a little bit of a Cinderella dark horse here right now with that momentum. That was a great game, no doubt. What a crazy day, Razor, of these games today. That win by Shedeur Sanders, the first Browns rookie quarterback out of the last 17 starting rookie. Now, look, he may go on like the rest of them because they're Browns, but that's a long list, man. There's some names on that list because we know the Browns have been drafted a lot of quarterbacks that have failed, but he's the one that got a win in his first start. That's got to be said something, especially that deep ball he threw. And, it's just a storyline right now. They're not really going anywhere, but pretty cool.
Big win for those Brownies. Must win must win because Shador is trying to make a name for himself. And that game definitely helped sketch his name in the dirt. Let's talk about this game because we have a big one here tonight. We have the 6-4 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are 4-2 on the road, head to LA to take on the 8-2 Rams, who are 4-1 at home. Tampa Bay coming off a Buffalo game last week where they got their butts kicked 44-32. It was only a 12-point game, but it was a lot bigger than that. On the other side of the ball, the Rams, they have won five straight games. They are coming off a big win against Seattle, where they end up winning 21-19. Now, in this game, let's take a look at the numbers. This line opened up at Tampa Bay +6. Rams are -6. This line has jumped up to 7. 7 at most books, 7.5 at FanDuel. We take a look at the total. Opened up at 48.5. It's climbed up to 49.5. Superbook is the only book that's got it at 50, 49.5 across the board. We take a look at the numbers. 66% of the bet, 64% of the money is on the Buccaneers. We take a look at the total. 50% of the bet, 67% of the money are on the over. Ramon, how you getting paid? Buccaneers, Rams.
Well, I know I talked up a big story there with Baker. We love Baker. I mean, look, even if they was on a crummy team, we'd be all about it with Baker in here. And yeah, they're a little bit challenged without Evans in there, but man, they've got Buku. I mean, he's just been terrific. I worry about the running game here, even though they got the dual backs here tonight. I mean, I'm not talking because Bucky's out. I mean, these other guys have been, expected to come in here and do something with, White in here tonight with Tucker, but against the Rams defense right now, man, the Rams defense, who would have thought they'd be doing what they're doing here right now? So I'm kind of on the fade a little bit of the Bucks here tonight, and I went under with Baker's yards at 240 passing yards. I'm also under on Rashard White, 43 yards rushing and receiving tonight for Rashard. So I'm kind of going against him there, and I'm kind of liking what the Rams can do here. I'm on Stafford over 23.5 completions. These are all about picking prices here. I'll tell you if it's not. And also I'm on Kyron Williams over 75.5 rushing and receiving yards as well. And I'm going over with Devontae. This one I'm laying a little bit here to go over 5.5. Actually, probably can get even money on that for Devontae over 5.5 receptions tonight. So I did take also here a couple of guys under with Terrence Ferguson under 22.5 receiving yards tonight, and for the Rams. And also I took Levante David over 7.5 tackles and assists at +120. So just a snapshot here. Maybe we can get some more since it's just you and I tonight, or we'll get the chat to chime in as well. But we can come back to me. I got some ugly under props, but that you got my overs anyway there for sure, Razor.
Let's go. I think this might be the first Sunday game that I have not bet pregame. I had a beautiful day going 4-1 today, cashing my max $600 bet on the Cowboys +3. So we're sitting pretty today, 4-1 in the NFL. I did not make any pregame bets, not even the field goal kicker props. Looked at the Rams kicker, looked at the Bucks kicker, and I just couldn't bet it in this one. My lean for this one, as I came very, 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 very close to betting, was the Rams -7. This line is pretty telling to me. If you think about it, I try to, before I handicap a game, I say, where does the books want you to bet and where is the public going to be betting? And when they're on the same side, usually I'm on the other side. Vegas wants Tampa Bay to win tonight. Public is on Tampa Bay tonight. Vegas is liking that money. They're just letting you take the Buccaneers. You like them at +6 here. Here's 6.5. You like 6.5? Here's 7. And this is a 1 seed right now against the 4 seed, and the line is a touchdown. So it's pretty self-explanatory to me. It sounds like Rams are going to go out here and just bust ass. But I think the line's a little too high, so I'm going to look for a live number where it's a little bit lower. But I do like the Rams. I want to try and get it less than a touchdown. 7 is a little too high for me. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you for joining us. Shout out to Stop Geo in the building. Nuke Worker. He likes the Bucks +7. Nicholas Haney in the building. AOD says, how about them Cowboys? Fly, Cowboys, fly. Daniel Barry in the building. Appreciate you for joining us. AOD says, good pick, Mike M. Cowboys +3.5. Cash it. Ronnie in the building. Keith in the house. Blake M. Don Johnson. Ronnie's got some under 49.5. Aldo in the building. Joe in the building. Lewis in the building. DJ Hardy says Mike must be crying. That's why he isn't showing up. Action Jackson says, is it time for shot time? Nuke says helps when you play the Raiders, though. Very, very true. SF Niner says Hurts 250 yards, passing 350, parlay win. Let's go. You can't stop me, man. I'm taking money to the bank. Shout out to Nasty Nate. He's been a member now for 22 months over on the Ray Sharp Picks Network. He says he's got Baker over 2.5 rushing attempts. He said that sounds a little soft, Razor. And Niner says last parlay of the night up 420 so far. James over 7.5 assists. Tucker anytime touchdown for 100. Let's go. Ronnie says, with you, Razor, I'll take a live play on the Rams. Can't lay 7 versus the Bucks. Ramon, before we get to our first touchdown props, go ahead and talk about your other prop bets.
Yeah, I took just some smaller guys here tonight. I don't know how deep these guys are going to go, but I went under with Cody Parkinson at tight end here tonight, under 19.5 receiving yards. And I also took Terrence Ferguson. Oh, no, I gave you that Terrence Ferguson. I'm worried because it looks like his usage is supposed to be up. So maybe my numbers were a little bit off there. But also went, let's see. Whittington or Jordan Whittington of the Rams, the receiver, under 1.5 catches here with Whittington. So those were the other ones. So Parkinson, Whittington in there, and I could also Winfield of the Bucks over 6.5 tackles and assists at +105. So I think I'm on the Rams here a little bit, Razor, with you. To me, it does seem like, look, they're in a 3-way hunt to a certain extent, and they're not exactly clear as that number 1 seed. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay probably will still get this title over Carolina eventually. It does feel a little bit dicey because if they lose this game, they'll be tied with the Panthers here currently. But they always pull it off in the end a little bit and get a crummy seed as division champion. Though they still get a division champ wild card game or something, and then they may even get lucky there and win a game and then get blown out in the next round. So they're still an imposter to a certain extent, even with the missing players. And look, Baker, you're right. Right, Razor. You give me Baker and a touchdown, I'll take him every time. I think the Rams are elite in the NFC in that group. Or, well, I don't know. Maybe they're in the group all themselves. Detroit did look crummy today. And, yeah, the Eagles there cost them. And, was a Packers. Hey, your Pack did a great job. hey, maybe less imaginative is the way to go here right now and just get it done. So the Rams are in that group, though, and the Bucs are not. So I don't know. The Rams, Steve Landman signed that contract this week. They've got guys, man. They've got some of the best defensive players in the league. So Bucs may come with a little defense here, too. So I'm thinking somewhere around maybe 27-19 here, Razor, 28-9, just somewhere right in there, I think. Stays under. Rams get a win and cover.
Let's go. Now it's the time for the best segment of the night. The first touchdown score prop.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit...
First touchdown score of the game. Ramon, who you got?
Well, I hate to say it. Did we hit are we live in our parlay tonight? Are we live in our parlay or no? Do you know? Because did you check, Razor? I'm sorry to ask if you didn't check. In our ATD parlay from the you're not in that. Oh, you're not on that group. Not bad. You know what? I better roll with Kyron Williams here. He's the guy I touted that yesterday. It was I know what it was. We were on the UFC show. We do that parlay there, and I took Kyron Williams. He was my favorite play on the whole card, Razor, to get at ATD. So I know he's a chalk here, but I'll take him at 5-1 or so. I better just stick with him here. I touted him on the show there as being very impactful here, and obviously I have him in the yardage prop here. Maybe we can fire away one or two without anybody here. But what do you got?
For me, it's the number one wide receiver on the Rams, the hottest wide receiver.
Oh,
he scored 3 touchdowns against the Jags, 2 against the Saints, 1 against the Niners, 1 against Seattle. Give me Devontae Adams at plus 550, plus 550 for Devontae Adams. That's
why give it away. I thought you were going to make it tougher than that. And when you read off those touchdowns, but yeah, I like those. Those are my favorite 2 guys tonight. Razor on the Rams, I think for the props actually, maybe and Stafford too. I just have a Rams having a good crisp night here, and I think Baker could be under. He'll still pull off some things, I'm sure, but it might get a little rough for him in there, especially if the running game does not get going. And against the Rams defense, I've got them top 3 rushing defense. So they better get some running in there. I don't know which guy's the number 1 guy here, really. I think the prop said that White is number 1, but I think they're both going to be in trouble here, that running game. So we'll see if he can maybe get some Otten action going, get the feel of Otten in his figures tonight. So Godwin's in, right? So that's good news, and that is a big help. And, Tez Johnson continues to, I think, be overlooked. I just think the Rams have too much defense. They can cover all these guys. But look, Tez Johnson has been really good here over the last month and a half. He had a bad game the last time out, but I don't think anybody's faulting him. He's really stepped up and looks very, very promising here. I would argue here that the Bucs are a little deeper. Of course, Nakua and Adams are awesome. Don't need much beyond that.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. And I think with Godwin being back, could spark the offense a little bit here. Could it be high scoring? Is the line this high for a reason? You don't see too many totals at 50.
No, you really don't. I'm not playing it as the prime time angle. I just think that the Rams, they're in this position, I think, because of that run defense. Mostly, yeah, they put a lot of pressure on quarterbacks as well. They obviously have some impact players on defense right now, and I think that's what kind of putting them up amongst the in those best teams of the NFC here right now. I'm not throwing the Eagles out. I'm not throwing the Lions out necessarily, but the Lions continue to have. I don't know. The Lions Razor continue to have that same little defensive blip a little bit that always sneaks up on them because they're just, not as deep maybe defensively as a couple of the others. And then you give up a big game like this. I'm not faulting them there. Obviously they got it done, but it was, certainly a struggle there, making the Giants look pretty good there. I think that's the way it was. I mean, credit Jameis. I mean, he was terrific from that pass catch he had. Right, that was pretty cool. I don't care. I like what he had today for the Lions. They outplayed them for sure. The Giants outplayed the Lions and just ended up not as deep, not as skilled in the end. I think is what it turned out to be. The Lions still had enough for them.
Also, Don Johnson says, post your play, Razor, under or over. Don Johnson, I don't have any bets to post. I've not made a bet on this game besides the first touchdown score. That's my lone bet of the day. I'm going to be looking to jump on the Rams, but I want to get lower than a touchdown. I like the Rams tonight, but I think 7 might be a little high. So I'm looking to get a lower line, and I'm looking to get the Rams live. But I've not made a bet. I've not bet the field goal prop, not the over, not the under, not the side. I've not made any bets to post. I only post bets that I make myself. So nothing yet, but once we get something live, I will post it in the chat. We are just a couple minutes away, Ramon. Any bets that you haven't talked about that go off? Actually, I'll go first because I got 2 NBA games that actually are getting.
You want to look at some other sports? Yeah, we'll look at some of those other games right now. A couple of them come down the wire here. Clippers ended up getting blown out again. They were in the game there for quite a while, and then Celtics are going to get one tonight. It looks like here. There's still a lot of time left, but they've opened up a double-digit lead. And the Nets and the Raptors here come the Nets are trying to beat them. Razor, oh no!
We got 3 NBA bets for me today. One has started already. That is those Cleveland Cavaliers minus 8.5. They're up 106-89. But 2 NBA games that have not started yet are Utah plus 9.5. I took them against the Lakers at home. And I have Phoenix Suns minus 2.5 against the Spurs. And that is my $400 gambler's first glance in the NBA today. The Phoenix Suns minus 2.5. Ramon, you got any other games that are getting ready to pop off or haven't started?
I'll play along with you. I'm gonna parlay these up and have some fun watching these games tonight. Now those are Razor. He zeroes in on games, and I bet all over the board. So mine are not the $400 play, but they're an even balance. You know how I play the Razor with the landscape. We have maybe different philosophies, but that doesn't stop us from winning. I have the over in the Lakers and the Jazz game tonight. Obviously, a pretty big number here. It's actually come down quite a bit from the. Not quite a bit. It's actually hanging right there, 245-ish right now. Maybe came down from about 247 at the high point. And I like the under in the Spurs and the Suns here right now. I know that without Wemby, that really seems to help the offense a little bit for the other team here. And look, I'm with you on I've been on Phoenix, whereas I do think the Spurs can make this one close, but I'm going to take the under here and parlay it up with you, see what we can do tonight. I actually took the Spurs publicly, so I better not say that here, but I did describe it as something I said would be a close game because of the Spurs having won 3 straight here without Wemby right now, playing pretty well, but still, I'm not going to deny that I've been rolling with Phoenix quite a bit right now, and they've been one of the biggest surprises here in the league so far. Not like those other surprises in the Eastern Conference, with Detroit and Toronto, but I think out west where the things are a little bit tilted, and we're obviously seeing some strength here out west, and the East is having to catch up to the West. The Suns are putting their own little niche on it right now. They're just not quite up there with the Thunder and the Nuggets and the Lakers a little bit, and those teams looking so good. But Phoenix and the Spurs, quite frankly. But Phoenix has done an incredible job. If they keep this up, they could make the playoffs, but there's a long way to go.
Let's go. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Don't forget, we are live on 2 channels. I just dropped the link in the chat. Go to the other channel and hit that like button. We got to get the 50 likes. We got to get the 50 for shot time. We take a shot every 20 likes. We got to get the 50 first. And we have made it. We are at 63 likes. So that means it's shot time. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button down below, share the video, and subscribe. Cheers! Cheers to everybody in the chat. Hit the like button down below, share the video, and subscribe. Top Geo says cheers. Robert in the building. What's up, everybody?
Yeah, we're just about set to go here. Anticipated matchup with the Bucks and the Rams here. No doubt the Bucks can hang with these guys. I just feel like the Rams are the upper echelon team here. So hopefully they won't be looking past these guys. They have a little bit of history together. Like I said, I thought it was a great story with the relationship between Baker and Coach McVay. But we know Stafford, it was his job. He was just injured at the time. But, some people even said, whoa, hey, man, you got Baker. No. Baker's great. Stafford is a Hall of Famer. Baker's still got a ways to go.
Also, I see Tarek in the building. Keith in the house. What's up, everybody? I also just dropped the link in the chat. If anyone wants to come on screen and hang out with me and Ramon, the invite is open. And yes, Keith, I did switch back to Fireball. Went to the liquor store the other day, and they didn't have any Jack Honey. So I had to switch it up with the Fireball this time. Back to the
click the link.
What's that?
You could just click the link and come on the. You told me to send you $50 in Venmo to come on the show.
50. I thought I said 75. I must have hit a typo. I meant 75, Ramon.
I didn't know we were having a stream here. The MLS playoffs are going on here. I know we love soccer a little bit. I'm watching the MLS playoffs tonight. Some college basketball as well. We've had some interesting results here today already in some of those tournaments. It's going to be tournament week here this week and football week. Razor, we've already seen the lines kind of come out on some of those Thanksgiving games here. But your Packers, you're going to be maybe an underdog here, it looks like. We'll see if the line has been officially released. But I imagine it might be closer than that send-out line of 3, given the results today. Let me see here real quick, or if you've taken a look, if they've reissued the line yet. Yeah, 3 Razor, 49.5 for your early game. Razor, you notice that this year, and you know because you're a Packers fan, that this will be the first year I could ever remember in my life that the game isn't starting at 12:30 Eastern and 9:30 Pacific. Did you mention that?
Yeah, because it's starting at what, 12, right?
Yeah, it's always been forever a half hour earlier. But we know what TV, whatever, and yeah, was it you were saying you kind of, or I don't know if it was you, but you have that little window in there right before the 3:30 game. Right, you got like 20 or 30 minutes to grab another plate. Throw down some potatoes, some gravy on there, and get back. I was always one that maybe they knew, they kind of treated me like sitting at the kids' table a little bit, but I would get to go. I was the only one that really got allowed to leave the table, go sit in front of the TV. my family does not like sports, really, believe it or not. And so, but they knew I was different. I was, and it's still today. I mean, now it feels more like they're shuffling me out of the room so they can have adult talk. I'm like the oldest guy ever left, but I get to watch the football game, and that was the window. You know, you go grab a seconds right there. Some people that is the window for eating. Actually, it's some, but we do it. We kind of get rolling earlier.
Yeah.
And try to do it all day. But Chiefs and Cowboys there. The Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites. That's down from a half a point or so, maybe based on what we saw today. The Chiefs had to struggle to get it done, and boy, did they get it done. I mean, talk about your backs against the wall. It showed Mahomes there, right? Razor, the game was not yet determined, and the Chiefs were appearing to make a comeback, and he looked smug on the sidelines, almost like stoic, like you could paint a portrait. And you knew it was just a matter of time before he came in and put the dagger on the. Maybe the Colts are pretenders. If they hold the home field advantage, that'll be something. I think that might have been the only difference in the game today in the end. But they did get the win, and Mahomes came off looking pretty cool once again. And the Bengals and the Ravens, we're going to see. Joe Burrow here, probably a good idea, right? If you're going to bring him back, you want to bring him back. Season's over, but you weren't going to play him Sunday to Thursday, right? One way, right? So get him in here. What was a send out of -10 with the Ravens is now just -7 here, pretty much right now. DraftKings, I believe, 8.5. They might be a little off market here, but I think with Joe in there, it is taking the spread down about near a touchdown. It was probably going to be a little bit more. So hopefully he'll be ready to go. It seemed like he probably could have played today, and I think the call was and then Flacco did go. I don't know how bad his injury. He came back, obviously, and had a great little surge there at the end, leading the Bengals to make it a very close game there with the Patriots. And they got another cover there, did the Bengals. But we'll get Joe back.
Let's go.
Talking about that first game there with the Rams. They're talking about it in that interview right now that with Melissa on the broadcast. So it just goes to show you where Baker could have ended up playing. Funny that so many people would kind of kick him to the curb, right? As a young quarterback, a true gunslinger, unlike some of the other young struggling quarterbacks that we've seen, right? I mean, this guy, if you're a marginal team, I mean, you'll ride with this guy no matter what. Bucs are no marginal team. I mean, they've won division title after division title, and it's a perfect fit.
AJ says, Razor, you taking anything in this game? No, AJ, we are riding the wave. We're taking our winnings, and we are just going to watch this one. We're going to wait to make a live bet. I really like the Rams, man. I still can't believe why this line is so high. I mean, everybody, you just got to think, Bucs, you're giving me 7. I'm getting a whole touchdown with the Bucs. It sounds too easy, but no bet for me in this one just yet. Dan H says, hey, guys, best of luck today. Razor, who was the dude on your stream today? Didn't recognize the name. That's our good friend, Johnny Gilpatrick. We now have racing Monday through Sunday here on the Razor Sharp Picks Network. I will be live Monday through Friday. Gas Station Sushi, racing with gas on Saturdays, and now we have Sundays. Racing with Gilly Patrick. John, he will be hosting every Sunday now. And I think he went for a good 5.5, 6 hours today covering all of the races.
Man, Razor, if I could just get back to my roots, I would broadcast live from Del Mar on your stream and just sit there and watch the races and go into the paddock and walk around with my camera and try to interview try to interview the make a presence there every day. Go every day of the meet because Del Mar is so beautiful. And I would just do that for the rest of my. I'll do that with you. I'd come on stream there, but no, I'm here in Las Vegas in the satellite studios watching a bunch of games. But
how far is it How long does it take to get to Del Mar where you're at?
Oh, from here it would be a 5 or 6 hour drive, maybe 4 or 5. But being from San Diego and having lived so close to Del Mar and my home track, and being a true gambler, I mean, hundreds of days spent at the track collecting parking tickets on your dashboard like it was a badge of honor. And also, I worked in the TBG truck for 5 years as a graphics guy in the summer. Very easy job, Razor. You just you listen to Trevor Denman, and he'd go, the horses come out and be like, "Oh, so this is number one," and you click the button. Well, number one come, stop. Click the next button. Number two. Very easy job. But the one thing they said I always screwed up on, and I thought it was their machinery, was they always said I left the chiclets on too long. You know what that, I was my job to take them off the screen when they entered the last about half furlong or so.
Right.
And they always said get them off earlier, and I always said you got great technology. I'm the low man on the totem pole. I mean, I'm working for $25 an hour doing but I said you want to have it on there just almost as long as you can. It was their broadcast, but they always scolded me a little bit. Left them on there too long. I'm like, well, look at the show horses. So I don't know. I wouldn't even argue it, but all right, we're moving here.
Yeah, we're underway. 3rd and 1 for the Bucs. They pick up the first down.
Should have kept that job, Razor. I should have kept that job. I was just moving into poker dealing at that time. I was transitioning from my restaurant, and I did it for several years because it really was just an afternoon job. You'd go there. Races always started at 2 p.m. at that time. So you go there around 12:30 or 1. Download all the stuff. 9 race card, you're out of there, and then I'd go to my night job. So was able to do it for several years. Okay, we'll see. Hey, doing a good job here, this Buccaneers run game so far, picking up some yards. That's what I was looking for, really, to see if they could bust through the Rams here. Like I said, I think that's the strength of the Rams, as well as the whole defense, but good engineered game here.
Dan 8 says TVG employed for 5 years. Fun fact, Ramon, do they manually put those numbers by running order on the screen still?
If he means like the little chip, that was all automated, right? The chiclet. I mean, you know how it works, Razor, right? There's a little chip in the saddle cloth, and that's how they track them, right? So every piece of data was downloaded. I just had to hit the right buttons, and they were all labeled for a dummy like me, post parade.
You ever push the wrong button?
Oh yeah. And the funny thing is, how the equine, they're very serious about their awards, right? So there actually is, I think, at the equine award, the Eclipse Awards. They have broadcast categories, and so everyone tried for the perfect race, and every day it was just a one little thing. The bigger the race, the better chance you had, because you could overcome some errors. But even if it was a allowance race, they'd record it, and you would say the producer would be like, "Hey, that one's we could save that one," just one little clip. You're like, that one's no good. Oh, got a big ball here, Razor.
Baker going deep to the right, and it is incomplete.
Oh, they tried to get it to Ibuka, but that was some coverage there. I mean, that was a stretch there with double coverage, and he really didn't get behind him at all. That's your superstar there, but they tried to hit him beat, but that was perfectly played. That was. Luca's pretty awesome. Yeah, Dan. Dan, I think there's just a delay sometimes. I know what you're saying. We're trying to, computer glitches, AI, Razor.
2nd and 10 for Tampa. They run it up the middle, pick up about 2. It's going to be about 3rd down here.
Not much there. Not much. Yep, not much.
We got 11 minutes left in the first quarter. I'm going to run and put little man down to bed. I'll be back in like 5 minutes, Ramon.
Okay, I'll get to do a little play-by-play. Don't get to ruin anybody's action here, and get to call the play here with 3rd and 9. Mayfield chased out of the pocket, rolling right. Is it a run? Is it a pass? He flips it up and over, but it's going to be incomplete. Intended for Godwin, but it looks like he was just throwing it away, or maybe throwing it to where only Godwin could get it. Nonetheless, it was closer to a Ram than it was to Godwin, and the Bucs will have to punt from here, I would think, at the 43-yard line. You're going to try a 60-yarder at this point of the game. It's a little too far to go for. I think this is only punt here for the Bucs, and here comes their man right now to do the boot from the Ram 43, so a chance to really pin him here if you get a good, solid kick. And, oh, man, fair catch at the 19. Well, could have done better, but, start of the 19 for Stafford when the game returns. All right, that gives us a chance to take a look at the scoreboard here right now. I was talking about some NBA games that were coming down the wire. We just had a final just moments ago with Atlanta. Gets the win tonight. The Hawks over Charlotte. Charlotte gets the money here. Atlanta 113 to 110. This one goes under here in this one. So the Hawks get another win. Charlotte gets the money. I think LaMelo was out of that game, if I'm not mistaken.
Final.
It was a late scratch or an early scratch. Cleveland just closed out the Clippers. We won't Cleveland. That was what Razor had, right? 120 to 105. Cleveland gets the win in and under here. So Cleveland with a much needed victory. The Clippers still kind of struggling here right now. Cavs obviously getting it all together here. They're a little behind those good teams, but they get a good win here over the Clippers. Road's getting a little long. The nights are getting a little long for the Clippers. And, man, right now they're in a world of hurt. They have no chemistry right now. So I think Kawhi even had a problem in that game, if I'm not mistaken. I think he ended up going out of the game as usual. Okay, still other late games here right now. It was Boston getting the win and the cover here in an over for sure. Boston routs Orlando to get a much needed victory here. They've been up and down, but they were favored in this one by a pretty big margin against a team that had been playing pretty good as well. But at home, Boston was just too much tonight. 138-129 the win. So that's Boston picking up the win. All right, 1 minute left here. Toronto leading the Nets. I think they're going to pull away and I don't think they're going to get the number here, but Toronto looking like they're headed to another victory here tonight. All right. Raptors, they are up 10 with 45 seconds to go. There's still a chance to get this cover, but I don't know here what is going to happen in the last 44 seconds right now, but already underway. The Thunder, they're routing the Trailblazers here in a blowout, 71-46. The two games that Razor and I talked about, the Lakers are out to a 29-23 lead, 29-25 right now. Okay, we're back here with the game, and we got a handoff here, and it's going to be Williams. A gain of 1, second down 9 at the 20. San Antonio leads the Suns, a 21-20, 2:25 to go in the first quarter there. So also some college action here coming down to the wire. But first, Stafford with time. It is complete out to Williams to the 22.5. Levante David is there. I think, didn't I have David here, right? Over 7.5 tackles and assists. So let's look at David making a stop for me. Let me hear. I can't put any, raise me back. I can't put any of your comments on the screen, but I sure did love that stop, Gio, when Jerry Buss was on there, right? He was the coolest. And saw the buses of the kids there. Okay, we got a completion here to Devontae. First down out to the 44-yard line here of Tampa Bay. They're into Tampa Bay territory here with Devontae. I think, look, I might think that Stafford might piece these guys up a little bit tonight. I don't think it's about the home run here. And I think Devontae's – oh, there you are.
What happened? The Bucks punted?
Yep. And this drive started at the 19. And the ball right now at the 36 of the Rams here. I think I misidentified the yardage on that last one. Got to work on. Somebody said in the chat last week, I got to work on my play-by-play. So, wow. The team I did do, I did actually do community college play-by-play for me. It wasn't like some big deal. I did, it's my equipment. I went out and did it. It wasn't like some. I got paid to do it. But it was just a camera, right? And they played in the bowl game yesterday and won. And they were off a 1-win season last year. Nakua has got this one, Razor.
Oh, 2nd and 3, Rams back to pass. He throws it right. He's caught it at the 40, 35, 30. Goes out of bounds about the 27-yard line.
Can't believe I laid off Nakua. Obviously, I know he's going to have a great game here if I'm going to be on Stafford. But to me, I look at it mathematically, and I have to draw the line, Razor. If I can't get there on an over yardage, shame on me. Everyone, I sit here sometimes, and we've got some great handicappers on here with Spenny coming on, hitting those bombs. And sometimes I'm left crying in my notes here because I don't do it. But I had to draw the line on Puka with what the market was offering here. And hey, I'm sure he'll come very close to it if Stafford's going to have the kind of game that I see him having here. But he's in trouble right now. He's going down. He's sacked.
Big sack there. And it's going to be 2nd down for the Rams. Also, Cavs -8.5. Cash it. They win by 15.
Cash it.
I'll do you in the bottom while you're drinking sangria.
All right. To be fair, I did announce your victory. I just couldn't play the video and I couldn't say it in the Razor voice. But I did say you had just won that bet.
Thank you.
Here's
6-1 today with 2 bets left.
Nakua gets man. Yaya almost got that. He stuck his big paw out there, but Nakua with another catch here.
Bill, I got nothing on this game. Bill, nothing. No side, no total. I got nothing.
San Jose just on Boston here, 1-0 late in the first period. Colorado and Chicago, Razor, no score. 4 minutes to go in the second. Look at Puka here, Razor. Jeez.
Making it look easy. Another first down. He needed 18. He got 19.
Great job here by Puka.
Those are the routes that quarterbacks love. It's 3rd and 18. You don't go out and cut over 10 yards. You go the whole 18 and then cut over.
He does seem like a quarterback's dream because no one kind of, oh, look at this, Razor.
Fake the handoff. Stafford throws it to the right. It's caught. He looks like he might be out the 1.
That's Parkinson right there. I don't want to see him get too dirty here, but I don't think that's quite to his yardage, but it's a pretty big gain down to the 1-yard line here.
Down to the 1.
Raptors just beat the Nets, Razor, but they didn't cover. They won by 10. I guess good job, Nets, but Raptors another win here for one of the hottest teams in NBA right now. The Raptors with the win. All right, first and goal. Stafford's not a guy that we don't really do too many tush pushes with Stafford. Razor, it's one of the flaws of the Rams offense a little bit. If they need it, we've seen him do it before, man. But when you got Kyron back there, and I think Ramon said take Kyron. I think it's got to be Kyron right here.
It should be. It should be. They called timeout.
Well, we could see Devontae. We could see, I would say, look, Puka. He's more of your a big deep ball threat. You don't see him as much, I think, in that red zone kind of catches there. And of course, anything's on the table, and we just saw Cody Parkinson with that catch. So let's see what they do. But I think this looks like a Williams handoff here.
That's what it should be, at least.
He's passing it to Devontae. Racer, Devontae!
Come on, Devontae! Plus 550. Let's go. One bet. That's the only one we need.
Hey, I like it. I like it a lot.
Who do you think you are, Graham?
Yeah, Devontae. Come on.
I bet you were, I bet when you were thinking about how Devontae Adams could score a touchdown, you probably saw that exact route in your head, because what else are you going to do with him, right? I mean, maybe you could have throw the little harder down towards the pylon type of play with him too. But this is his better play. That's how you do it with Devontae.
And Nasty Nate jumped on him 2 touchdowns at some big plus money, plus 350. So he needs one more. One more. Tarek, thank you, my friend.
Final.
One bet, one winner.
Great drive there. Great drive.
Now the line up to 11.5, over under 48.5. Man, the way they drove down the field like there makes me want to bet the over. But I got to see Tampa do something first.
Right. I mean, they've already been they took some time off and were held there a little bit, but didn't really, get a real good drive going there. So we'll see when they get the ball back. The Islanders beat the Kraken tonight 1-0 in a shootout. That must have been a thrill.
Which game was that?
Islanders over the Kraken. 1-0 in a shootout here. Do have some games in college hoop coming down the wire here right now. I'm watching Tulane and Boston College at 73-72. 2:48 to go here. Boston College has the ball. There have been 8 ties in this game. It's been back and forth. And it's a closely rated game, too, with Boston College, a 2.5-point favorite. Still to come.
SF Niners says good catch on Adams' first touchdown. Thank you, my
man. Adams. That was a well-engineered drive, said Nick Handy in there.
Let's go. Also, it's shot time. We have reached 70 likes. Every 20 likes, we take a shot. Once we get to 50, we took a shot for 50. Now we take a shot for 70. Hit that like button down below. Don't forget to share the video and subscribe on both channels. Head over to both channels. Hit the like button. Cheers to everybody.
All right. Start at the 35-yard line here with the kick to the end zone by Mevis. who was kicking off for just the first time in his career tonight.
Man, that's a hell of a catch by Adam. Just perfect throw.
Yeah, no, they're deadly, these Rams right now, and they were watching the game before. Here's keep it on the ground here. They were watching the Dallas Philadelphia here in the stadium before the game. They were probably rooting for Dallas, I would think.
Yeah, did you see how many Eagles fans were at that place?
They do travel.
Man, they were giving Cooper, they were giving them his you could hear it in the stadium, everyone yelling Coop. Like, damn, they got a home game. I know Jerry wasn't happy about that. Second and 6 for Tampa Bay. They hand it off, and he picks up about 2.
Now it's going to bring up a third down and 4 then right now. Another, you don't want to be punting here again all of a sudden. But feels like keep third down here. Tucker, 16 yards so far. I went looking to stay under here with oh, I know I have White's under. That's right. Yeah, so Tucker getting those carries. That's okay.
Yeah, you don't want to be down 7, punting the ball to the Rams on the road.
Okay.
He throws it to Godwin. He's going to pick up the first.
Okay, that's great. Godwin here with a reception. His first reception in several weeks here. He was out, Razor, for quite a while. Gosh, I want to say, what does it say? Missed 19. I don't know how many. It had to be at least 5 games, if not more.
Yeah, he went to Middletown High School. It's about 5 minutes from my house.
Oh, okay.
He's loved here in
Middletown legend.
It's funny because my brother-in-law, his name is also Christopher Godwin.
Okay.
So when he places orders and stuff, they're like, "Wait, are you the guy on the Bucks?" He's like, "No."
Man. Loss of 3 yards here on first down.
Yeah, 2nd and 13. Tampa's in shotgun, back to pass. It's complete. Intercepted. He stole it from him. And the Rams are going to go down and score a touchdown.
There's no doubt, Razor. I mean, there's nothing to challenge here. It was so weird. The ball originally hits the receiver, and he doesn't catch it originally. Then it looks like he's about to re-secure it and for a moment it's Otten. And for a moment he does, but he secured it so loosely, right? Because he was just trying to get the catch. That the player came in, was able to kind of easily rip it.
Oh, his knee was down. Was his knee down?
Oh, but did he have the play secured?
That's close.
He's got to have the ball secured when that knee is down there, Razor, and it looks like he actually does.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I think
it's going to be overturned.
Well, you know what, Razor, this thing, they just did a thing in pro football called the point after try. And after that, there's no turning back. Wow. But the rules analyst, Razor, is saying that in order to kind of be ruled down, you've got to have it. I don't know. I know this is the older man. I don't know if you know the NBC rules analyst, right? I kind of believe it. I kind of want to go with what he's saying because that was so bizarre, right? He really never even has it, period, right? It could be almost an if he's not down, then it's never a catch. It really is an interception, right? Otherwise, if it's a fumble, it's actually got to be down. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's insane.
If they rule it a fumble, then I think then there's been a mistake made. But if they rule it, I
Right.
think if they rule it interception, because I don't know if he ever has it until his knee is. That's when he kind of has that
Right.
ball. And again, he was juggling it 2 times, and then he finally gets it. The ball's kind of like pressed up, and so he doesn't really have it, but he has it. So it was easily reachable by the guy to rip it out because he's not really cupping it. He was had his wrist
Right.
pressed up against it. And Otten, who hasn't had a lot of action, he's been hurt a lot of the year. He's not hurt, but he's back here. Oh no, he's been back for. He's played the entire. No, he missed. I missed 2 games, so that's not a big deal. Or at least had no targets in 2 of the games. Or he had 3 targets against Atlanta. So I don't mean to badmouth Otten. Like I said, I did kind of want to look to. I didn't write him at all, but
Wow, 14-0.
yeah, that is big here, especially with this Rams team at home. It only puts Baker in a situation where, folks, we might, start to look at his attempts here and maybe his yards.
Need to look at his interception, though.
Mhm.
Be a lot of passing.
Yeah, I'm trying to look to see what that was ruled actually, and I think it was ruled an interception, right? Yep. He didn't have one earlier, did he? No. So he does have 1 interception here. It's an interception. He never had possession of the ball, so he couldn't have been ruled down. Okay.
Yeah, it's grayed out right now. Over 1.5. Stafford's plus 180 to throw a pick. Live totals 52.5.
You wonder if he'll start to go away from Otten here. Part of me wants to say that he's feeling comfortable with Otten tonight, but sometimes you kind of go to a guy who makes but that was just tough. He shouldn't have been bobbling it. He's usually pretty sure-handed guy. When the more they slow it down, the more he looks like he was down, but we know that doesn't happen in real time. Still,
Yeah.
I don't know how to review that so Baker gets another chance here to go out there, and now he's got to play from behind 2 touchdowns in the first quarter.
Wow. I still can't believe that play.
Goalies.
How much time we got? 1.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Let's hit some refresh button, see how many likes we are at. We took a shot for 50. We took a shot for 70. We got to get to 90. We got to get to 90 likes for shot time. So hit that like button down below if you haven't already on both channels. That's right, both channels. We are dual streaming on the Razor Sharp Picks Network channel and over on Sports Money. We are at 83 likes. We are 7 likes away. Hit that like button down below if you haven't already. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Share, subscribe. And don't forget to hit the like button. And another big sack, and Tampa's going to have to punt, and this game might be over before it started.
Boy, Kobe Turner got in there and sacked him there and did his conducting there, Razor. And now Dixon's on to try another punt with the Rams receiver at the 25. So going to be decent field position here too.
Man, line is up to 20.5 now. Ronnie says, at what point do we take the Bucks?
Well,
Man, I might need to see 40 plus 40 because they are getting their asses kicked.
Oh
right
boy. Well, we'll try to have some things to talk about here. Maybe we'll try to look at the scores a little bit and try to drum up. We can look at the lines for next week. We can look right. I got them all written down here, Razor. I got the sheets ready. That's what I do on 11 a.m. every Sunday when the lines come out. Get all the sheets ready for next week's football. We got Thursday football. We've got Friday football. Saturday for Sunday.
Yeah, I wonder what time's the game Friday? What's that, 3 o'clock?
3 Eastern, noon Pacific.
I don't know if I'll be able to do a Friday show or not. Do you know if you guys or Mikey are planning on doing a Thursday show?
I thought he said he was out till Wednesday, so but I don't know with the holiday. I would actually think not. These guys have a great family, the brothers and Jeff's wife, and
Well, I don't know about great brothers. You could have just said brothers. I don't know if they're great brothers.
So you're not gonna. I'm kind of just hanging out, but and I'm a ham guy, Razor. I'm sorry. I will go like 70-30 or 80-20, maybe 70, maybe 3/4 I'm ham, and then I do maybe 25% turkey. But I prefer ham actually. I know it's unpopular, but I do mix in the turkey just because you're supposed to, and I don't mind it.
Yeah, I'm a big turkey guy. Thanksgiving, I think, is my favorite holiday. All the food.
I told you about. We have our family delicacy, or not delicacy, but like the thing that we do is we got we're Norwegian, so we eat lefse. And that's a very thin flour tortilla, like a Norwegian style.
Oh, okay.
Flat piece of, very thin, rolled out with a pin. And you can put, first you start, you can put the whole thing in there. You could put some turkey in, you could put some gravy in, you could put some whatever you want to do. And you can put it in the lefse and you eat the lefse. But then at the end, you can take your cranberry or you can, even in the next day, you can do peanut butter and jelly. You can put so many things. It's a very versatile type of food there. Lefse, Lefse. If anybody's had lefse in the chat, let me know.
I have not. 14-0. We're almost at the end of the first quarter. The Rams have the ball. And I will be right back in 1 second. I'm just going to go double check that the kids have fallen asleep. I'll
handle this one because right now we've got Blake Corum carrying the ball here for the Rams, and picks up about 3 yards for the end of the first quarter. All right, let's take a look at some of the scores here coming down to the wire. We've got overtime with Tulane and Boston College here. Wow. 83-83 between Tulane and BC. That is out there at the Charleston Classic. This one's going over the total already here at the end of regulation, but right now it is tied. Also, North Dakota leaves Western Illinois 74-64. This one with just 50 seconds left. I think North Dakota is going to get this win and cover here right now. and it's going to be close on the total. Marshall leads Mercyhurst 65-58. Mercyhurst is getting the money here right now with 35 seconds left. They're probably going to end up short. It's going to go well under here, it looks like. But Mercyhurst is going to probably get this money as 12-point dogs, 12.5-point dogs, likely to go under here. We'll see in the final moments right now. Also, halftime, Middle Tennessee 43, Murray 40. Halftime line, Murray State by 5, total 86 there as Middle has the lead there. They're 8-point dogs, I think, in this game. But right now, the Murray leads, or Murray trails. Murray was a 8-point favorite. They trail 43-40. There I go. Akron right now at halftime leads Evansville 44-37 here. Akron, that's at the Paradise Jam. We already saw just a little while ago College of Charleston and Yale. Yale won it and covered. They won by 11 as a 6-point favorite. So Yale got the money in that one. It also did go under there pretty easily. But this game right now, Akron favored here by 12, total 156. They lead by 8, second half line 4, total 81. They went for 80 in the first half there, and so going over here by about 5 points at this point. Also, early second half, Winthrop leading Jackson State 38-35 in that one. Winthrop went off here. They kind of grabbed some steam and went off at, I think, minus 10 or 11, and the total 164 or so, and they had a first half. We're back underway in the football game here. Razors back with 32 all at halftime. So Stafford here, they just had a 1-yard gain right now, Razor, and Rams have the ball.
Rams have the ball.
Steam play.
Can they go up 21?
Final.
Well, since there's nobody but you and I could talk about this a little bit of steam here, I think. Liberty in Vermont tomorrow. Liberty in Vermont at the Adventure out at the State Farm Field House in Orlando. Liberty in Vermont, steam to the under here, 147.5. It's going down already. It's feast week. We've got morning games tomorrow, all up and down the card. So get ready. If you like a basketball in the morning, get ready tomorrow. You're going to enjoy it. Stafford's 9 of 9 so far, Razor.
Whew. Can't be stopped. Dan 8 says would love a Williams anytime touchdown.
And he just threw another, his 10th completion in a row there. And he's getting all of his receivers involved here.
1st and 10. They're at Tampa's 29.
Wow, already?
Yeah. Man, I can't believe I passed on the Rams. Line's up to 22.5. Over-unders at 53.
Well, he just hit Devontae with another one, Razor. That's 11 for 11. His career best is 12 of 12.
Oh, and he's not going to get there. It's incomplete.
Whoa. We jinxed it. We jinxed it, Razor. You and I. We jinxed it.
Bill says Tampa Bay was 5-1 at one point.
Yeah. Look, Bucky Irving is a pretty good back. These guys are doing a good job as a tandem back. I don't know if they have the explosiveness or the ability to catch the ball like Bucky Irving. And not that one player makes a big difference, but also Mike Evans is pretty great, even in the twilight of his career. You hope he can come back, Razor. He's obviously come back every single time before from every injury, but how many more can he endure?
Yeah. Well, they had 2nd and 10, then they get a first down.
Well, I think you can play the reverse video here because Parkinson just went over, I think.
Yeah, Parkinson, 14 yards.
Yeah, well, like I said, kind of don't always like to do those cross bets here. When you're on over with Stafford on some of his props like I am, no reason to fade. But Tampa could guards tight ends well. I just thought that maybe that the action would funnel more to Devontae, more to Puka. But they're just doing every which way right now.
Yeah, they just can't be stopped.
Blake Corum just rushed up the middle, Razor, for another huge hole right there by these Rams offensive linemen, led by Jackson in there. And just when that linebacker commits one way, Blake Corum knows to go the other.
Yeah, they're down to the 5-yard line. Pass incomplete to Puka.
Oh, what? Jeez, what's wrong with you guys?
And it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Okay, 2nd and goal. That one was for Puka. So, like I said, usually it's not Puka that gets those end zone. It's usually Devontae. There's kind of what I was talking about, right? But not quite. But he was more desperate in that one. He still almost put it right at Devontae's. Gave Devontae only a chance to catch it.
Man, that's why he's got so many touchdowns, Devontae. Rodgers used to do that back shoulder pass to him all the time.
Yeah. I was watching the Steeler game today. There was a pivotal moment late in the game, Razor. I don't know if you watched the Steelers at all today, but they cut to Rodgers, who was, I think Rodgers wears the signal collar like in his ear, let you get this one here.
Oh, we got a touchdown, Parkinson.
Parkinson making me look bad here, Razor, but the Rams don't look bad.
Man, 20-0.
Jesus, and he gives it to the big man to spike it home. Jeez, they've almost been they've nearly been perfect, Razor. I'm sure that's the perfect passer rating. So Rodgers was wearing the little earpiece there, and the Steelers were hustling up. They were having a little bit of a problem with Mason Rudolph. The clock was running down, and it looked like the formation was wrong or off. And you could see just as they started to shift the formation to the correct formation, or maybe it was an audible, but the clock was under like 5 seconds. And they had Rodgers. You could see him. For some reason, they just cut to him because they were talking about him on the sidelines and, doing a good job, rooting for the team or whatever. But you can see Rodgers. I swear to God, he mouthed, "That's illegal formation." The Rams went on to score. The Steelers went on to score a touchdown on the next, or maybe it was a first, whatever it was a crucial play at that point, either a big first down or maybe it was a touchdown. It was a touchdown, I think. And sure enough, the play came back, illegal formation. So it was weird how Rodgers, there was something about the play that he knew. I was kind of like, giving him football IQ points, right? Because sometimes we kind of make fun of his ad-libbing a little bit and things like that. We know there's a lot of technical things that go down, but it was just, I don't know if anybody even saw it the way I did, but.
Yeah, I didn't watch the game. I saw some tweets about his pregame. I don't know if it's true or not. He was walking around the stadium, gave the finger to a couple people, and then walked back into the locker room before pregame. Before he
did. I mean, that really sounds like a loser. That sounds like a loser mentality.
Well, he owns the Bears, so I don't know.
Bears after all, and yeah. So
Bill says all you gotta do is bet on the NFC. There's no team in the NFC that can beat the best in the NFC.
I can't disagree with that, Razor. I mean, I can't. Like I said, Razor. I think on the last stream, right? I think that for right now, and you look at it. Look, the Ravens got it done. They almost even covered that. Some people may have had 13, but the Ravens and the Chiefs, which are obviously behind the 8 ball with their poor starts, they're the only and the Bills too. They're a little ahead of the curve, obviously playoff wise, but they're not. They're obviously behind the Patriots here right now. But the good teams are the ones that are behind in the AFC, the ones with the good quarterbacks. It's the one with the young quarterbacks that haven't been proven yet in the postseason at all, pretty much, that are, leading the way. So that makes it even more dicey for the AFC because no one wants to trust Nix. No one wants to trust Daniels just yet. I think the Colts did play a good game. I'm trying to ease the pain a little bit because they should have won that game, obviously. But when you have that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? Mahomes came back and won the game because that's what he can do. And if it comes down to even a playoff game, if it was regular season on the road, maybe the Colts win that. If you put that in a playoff game with Mahomes going into Indy, Mahomes might win it because of something like that and the experience and the playoff DNA a little bit. So while in the NFC you have, of course, the Eagles, they're certainly tested and true right now. And the other teams have had some playoff success. Mostly talking about the Lions, right? They've tasted success. Your Packers, they've tasted success. And just talking about the current iteration, I'm not talking about the titles recently even. We know Detroit doesn't win any titles, but still, they've been so good here for the last 3 years. I mean, that was a stunner today to have them kind of yuck it up. One of the best stats of the week, I thought, was the 10-0 against the spread off of a loss right now for Campbell. It's not only is that a proven one, but just in general, the team is bouncing back even before that streak had occurred. They've been doing it for several years. It's part of their success.
Yeah, I feel like Patriots aren't getting enough love with that 10-2 record they got.
Yeah, I wish I could remember, Razor, there's some type of Baker had to throw it into the ground here now. It's 3rd and 6. Hope you don't cut us off here, Razor, but I understand, you got your dad duties tonight, and I don't want to keep you through if we're 35 at halftime. But
no.
But there was a stat. I wish I could remember it exactly, and you could almost paraphrase this, right? The Patriots were on a little bit of a streak there with the winning. Maybe it's still continuing where it's only something that you look, they have proven nothing, right? Because this is and it's not a one-off. I think we could say they've definitely found something here with Vrabel, with the quarterback, with everything that's going on. It's not a fluke. Yeah, the game they had some easy games, but they've also played some tough teams, obviously. But they were doing something that it was something like only Super Bowl teams do right now with this streak and the way they're winning and the margin of victory or yardage. I'll try to look it up and maybe do it on the show, but I did recite it on the air a couple weeks ago. I've just forgotten it in my head. But hey, when you're on a run like that, right? Who is it? Who do you trust in the AFC if you didn't go with those established guys that maybe could still make the playoffs? Jackson and Mahomes and even Allen. the Patriots do look like they could be a team that could be a how sometimes you get one of the teams get in the Super Bowl and you're like, darn it, Patriots go up against like the Eagles or somebody, and they're like, back in the old days, they're 10-point underdogs.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'd be that big of an underdog, but you'd be like, I don't know if the Patriots are that, because they're not going to win them all too. They're going to, they probably can win the division from here, barring injury. Bills could still. Here's Otten. Careful, Otten. He's getting whipped around there like a rag doll. But there's still going to be another 3rd and 5. At least they're in Rams territory here.
Live line 23.5, over under 54. 54.
Well, hey, stay tuned. If you had to pick a quarterback to lead you, well, other than Patrick Mahomes, I guess, but knowing the type of comeback they're going to need here, Baker's your man. Baker's your man.
It was 3rd and 6. Baker scrambles for the first down.
Wow. That's how you do it, Baker.
And they're going to be at the Rams' 41-yard line.
Okay. So, Razor, great job of the Packers to hold the Vikings, man. What, they have 150 yards maybe in the game. And look at Wilson stepping up today for 100 yards and 2 scores. So, great job by the Pack there in that game.
Yeah, 5 sacks.
Yep, 2 interceptions in the second half.
Yeah, it was a great defensive game. I mean, they scored, I think, a field goal, maybe like the first drive. I think the Vikings' first drive, they scored a field goal.
Yeah.
And then again in the second quarter, and then they just didn't get anything after that. It was a great game.
The field goal kickers when your kicker's your best player, it's going to be a long day. Tulane did win in overtime. I was just talking about the game when you were gone, so I better clean that one up. Tulane in overtime over Boston College, 93-90 out there at the. They actually got the money, I think, there with that out at the Charleston Classic. Let's see if it landed there. Oh no, I'm sorry. Tulane got the win. BC was favored. They were 2.5-point dogs. My apologies to anybody who got overly excited. Tulane got the win. And still to come.
It was good to see McManus go 3 for 3 on field goals today, too.
Any kicker who could make a few.
Yeah, because he's been missing a couple lately.
Every kicker is missing them, it seems like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, before this game, he missed 3 field goals in the last 3 games.
Here's Tez Johnson. I don't know. I thought that was going to be a touchdown. Then all of a sudden, he got tackled by some guy.
2nd and 4. They are on the Rams' 14-yard line.
Okay.
That was Johnson who picked up 6 yards to get him to the 14.
Johnson's been terrific.
Mayfield back to pass, short to Johnson, touchdown.
Oh, Johnson. Well, we talked about him in the pregame, Razor, but I didn't have the guts to take him. But, boy, the Bucs, where do they get these guys?
Mayfield making it happen.
And he's wincing there a little bit.
He looks a little hurt.
Unfortunately.
It looks a little hurt there. The total up to 58 now. Phew, that thing is climbing. And Baker's in the tent.
Okay. Yeah, what happened there, Razor, was I think he got hit on his. It's not his throwing arm, but still a little bit uncomfortable there. I don't know if it even happened on that play. I think it was something earlier that happened. So hey, they're back in it, and I will say this: I don't know if anybody was watching, but there was a game earlier that was 21-0 at one point, and the other team came back to win.
That is very, very true. Except the roles have reversed. The home team has the lead in this one. That was the road team.
And that takes it over the first half, right? For over the first half total there.
Oh, yeah. We're at 28. First half total was 24.5. So that's a winner for anyone who had it. Congratulations.
All right, Razor. I don't know if I can stand it now that the Bucks have scored. I might have to get me some Puka Nakua on this ledger here.
He's going to take him for some touchdown yardage. Reception.
Maybe his yardage here. Let me look and see what it currently is.
Let's do a Sean Fox and see how many yards he can get on this drive.
I'm on. I don't know if I have that. I don't get DraftKings here, so I'm a little limited on the options. But I'm going to take him here. I'm going to take some of my NVIDIA.
To make a catch this drive is minus 165.
Okay.
Devontae Adams to make a catch is minus 120.
All right, I'm just going to play Puka here over 97.5 now. God, I've got a lot of the yards on these Rams, man. But I don't know. I just feel like that was a.
You could take Devontae Adams to score a touchdown this drive plus 900. Or Puka's plus 950.
Is anybody doing anything in the chat here? Oh man, I never fell behind here. I didn't have. Oh, sorry, anybody who were talking to me. I didn't have the chat scrolling here. I usually always do.
Shout out to Razor Sharp Picks Clips in the building.
What? Who the hell is Razor Sharp Clip Picks?
He's going to be clipping some videos for me.
There's where Baker got hurt.
What happened?
They're showing where Baker got hurt there. His left arm is a little bit numb there. His left arm's dragging a little bit.
Is he going back into the tent again? Or was that just the replay of him going in the tent?
No, I think that might be a return to the tent because he didn't go in. I think he went in there differently before.
Have we checked in on Mike about his Eagles? He might not even know they lost yet. He said he was going somewhere where they got no internet service. So he might not even know they lost yet.
Okay.
Ronnie says Jonathan Taylor rush yards under next week versus the Texans. Colts and the Texans next week. Colts line is dropped. It opened up at 4.5. It's down to 3.5.
Oh boy.
And yeah, the Packers line 48.5.
Oh, here's a big gain for Puka right there, Razor, 24 yards. And then they've got it here to another. Oh, man, Stafford's just lighting it up here.
He's just throwing it to everybody. You get a catch. You get a catch. Puka to have a catch minus 165 was pretty.
That was Mumpfield. Mumpfield's even getting involved. Mumpfield hasn't been seen in a month.
Also, Ronnie says, to be fair, Mikey did say it was a Cowboys spot.
Yeah, I think he did actually. I think he was actually on the Cowboys.
Ronnie says, I'll just take the lines on the money line.
Razor, let me know if you've ever seen this before.
Stafford back to pass. Throws it to Adams, and there's another one. And that's number 2. Nasty Nate catches Devontae 2 touchdowns.
All right.
320.
Now this is what I call a party. Paid for it in cash. Cash money.
Nasty Nate. Devontae Adams, man. 27-7 pending the extra point, and it's now 28-7. And man, this is just like a home run derby with football.
Boy. Light them up. Calgary with a goal. It's 2-1 over Vancouver. Also, San Jose celebrating. Just scored here for the Sharks. They're on the board. 2-0 Sharks over the Bruins right now. 5:55 to go. Colorado 1, Chicago 0. What a game.
Final.
Oklahoma City just blasted the Blazers 122-95. Razor. They crushed them again.
I got Stafford in fantasy football. Got me 20 points already.
Jeez. You better win this with this performance.
Yeah, the guy I'm playing against, all he's got left is Purdy. I know he's got Ricky, too, the wide receiver on the Niners. But I'm up by 60 points. So I think I got that one in the book. The True says Thunder might break the Warriors 73-9 record.
They might. Man.
17-1.
Boy. It almost seems unfair.
8-0 at home.
Jeez. Lakers and Jazz are tied at 68. 7:54 to go in the third. Spurs lead the Suns 62-52. 10:15 to go in the third. Game's just getting going here in the second half.
I'll be right back, Ramon.
All right, I'll find something to talk about. See if we can catch a finish here maybe with some of these college games right now. Just about to start. Utah State and Davidson. Utah State 10, maybe 10.5 here. We're seeing the sharp books actually starting to juice Utah State up here a little bit. The move has been on Utah State. It feels like Davidson's the public side, but Utah State seems to be taking the action here in this one right now. That one's just about to start here shortly as the last college game of the night to start. Middle Tennessee 67-63 against Murray. Still 10.5 to go in that one. And Akron by 17 here over Evansville. Akron was double-digit favorite there, and they are up. They're covering right now for sure. the other hockey games, we mentioned all the scores. Oh, Calgary 2, Vancouver 1. Calgary winning on the road here right now. Also, Major League Soccer right now, second half. NYCFC on the road leading Philadelphia 1-0. Look out. Philadelphia usually pretty solid at home here. Eastern Conference semifinal game 1. And we already saw the other final. Miami crushed Cincinnati. It was only 1-0 at halftime. But Miami scored 3 goals in the second half and won the game 4-1. Is Miami right now establishing themselves as beating Cincinnati? Look, Cincinnati had that home field. Baker's in trouble. He gets out of trouble and he dumps it off here. It's going to be a gain of about 3. He got it to the back here. Tucker. I'm against Tucker here, but he does have his first reception here. And it was good for 4 yards or so. So he's up to 33 yards, I believe, here right now. Rashad White has 20 yards rushing so far on 4 carries. And we're going to have the 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning, man. I feel like this is the must-score spot for Tampa Bay.
Oh, boy. Rams looking pretty good. They're only one stay healthy Rams.
Now the question is, who got the first ball, Ramon? That's the question.
I think the Bucks went. I think the Bucks were 3.5, or no, they got to like the 46. I should check to make sure, but I feel like 90 at 5.
Bucks punted first drive.
Yeah, and the guy got 19-yard line. One of the games overtime today, and with the Seattle overtime game, Russell Wilson came out as the captain, and the other guy, they said, "Oh, who gets the ball, whatever," and the other player, I don't know who it was, but he was like, "Woo!" right in the camera there as he was running away from the overtime coin toss. But quite an eventful day. The card didn't look that great, but there certainly was some other good performances out there today. Like Winston, 366 yards and a 33-yard touchdown reception in the game was just incredible.
Where he broke a tackle.
Looked like how you break a tackle, like almost like a Pop Warner kid. They're like, get off my leg. He was just as big as that. That was a linebacker or maybe a strong safety or something. He wasn't a tiny guy, but
yeah,
might have been the. I'm trying to think. It might have been the play of the day. All right, there's SoFi.
Melinda says, "Is there a channel where I can watch the Bucks game on the phone?" I watch the game on YouTube TV.
Yeah. Which can be available on your phone if you subscribe to YouTube TV. Funny, they gave the did you go to the email Razor and ask for your $20 credit from YouTube TV because of the ABC outage? And then now they say that YouTube TV will have, I believe they're saying or suggesting that the amount of ESPN programming, whether, I don't know if they said, like it may increase. You may get more ABC style or maybe ESPN style programming available on YouTube TV rather than always having to to a certain extent. I'm not saying you can cancel ESPN Plus, but it'd be interesting to see how much of the content is going to be on there.
Yeah, I was gonna switch. I was about to get rid of YouTube TV. They didn't have the Disney package.
That's about as long as those ever last, really. Usually it's like 72 hours that ironed out, but 2 weeks but YouTube TV, they are becoming a pretty much like almost a juggernaut.
Yeah, it means prices are about to go up.
And they always talk about it on the financial channels about what they're doing.
Yeah.
All right, they went for it on 4th down, Razor, and they did not get it. And Baker's still grabbing it, but I hate to say this, Razor, but they're taking over in pretty good field position here with plenty of time on the clock.
Turnover on downs. And they were weren't they at like their own 30 or something? Or was that a replay of something? Yeah, they were at their own 28-yard line right there.
Yeah. Yep. They went for it.
They're just throwing in the red flag. I say the white flag. Surrendering.
Yeah, because it feels like the Rams will get at least 3 points out of this.
Yeah, at least. Lines at 27, over under 62.5. Gee. Remember when we said the total dropped to 48?
More Nakua there.
See how many likes we got. Hit the like button down below if you haven't already. And we are at 92 likes. That means it's shot time. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button down below. Share the video and subscribe.
Tried to get some Devontae there, but kind of had his back turned. And here comes Razor. This looks like Andy Reid here in his little Rams uniform when he was 13 years old. Right here, this kicker, Nevis.
Who was it?
This is Nevis, the kicker here, but he's kind of a bigger guy. And
oh yeah,
this video of Andy Reid. This kid looks like him here.
Kick is perfect. It's like a Janikowski.
That was the first. That was his first field goal attempt of his career, right there. So when he goes on to be the Hall of Famer, we can say we remember when Razor and I were on that stream when Nevis made his first one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll never remember this one. Unless Baker can engineer one of the greatest comebacks in the history of pro football.
That is true. It could happen. $24.5 is the total. I mean, the spread.
Okay.
62 is the total.
Ray Otachi wants to take the Rams in the second half, it looks like there. I think DJ Hardy is referring to the late Jared Lorenzen, Razor. I'm not sure, but
yeah.
The hefty lefty.
Oh, yeah. Man, NFL next week. We got some good games. We got some good ones.
Oh man, I mean, talking about the card, we talked about some of the Thursday lines there, but yeah, look at some of these lines here next week. Razor, you mentioned the Colts 3.5 or 4 now. You said against the Texans there. These Bucks will be taking on the Cardinals. Now the sendout was 6. I don't know if this is going to a blowout is going to weigh that heavily. Arizona did do a pretty good job. They didn't look too bad out there today. I'm not going to give them any much credit there against the Jags, other than they hung in there and they still didn't cover technically, right? I think it was 2.5. So, but maybe on this performance, maybe it could go down to 5 or 5.5. But still got the Bucks close to a touchdown favorite. Let's see here. Rams
Friday.
So go ahead.
Black Friday game too.
Yeah. What do you think? There's 7 and 45. It looks like there for the Eagles. Is that right?
Yeah. Man, 8-3 against 8-3. That's a big NFC game.
Amazing, the Bears. I mean, did they get it done again? I mean, they opened up a little bit of a lead there, right? It was 31-21. They kept letting the Steelers remember the Steelers actually led in the game 21-17. So yeah, it was kind of a clutch performance. I was the only one, you guys made fun of Williams. I sat here and accepted all the jokes, tried to I was the one saying just give him a chance. Obviously, the marriage here with Johnson has done wonders for the Bears. So I can't put them in the group of all the NFC teams. Obviously, they're going to go on to the postseason here, and we know this division's hot right now.
Yeah.
So look, Baker's not. Oh, what they got? The direct snap here? Or no, what's going on? Oh no, he's. I just got confused there by the up man. But Baker, it doesn't matter. A minute left. He gave up 3 points on purpose.
Baker still holding his arm.
Yeah.
We got 34 seconds left.
Okay. Oh, Baker.
And Bucks have all 3 timeouts left.
Okay. Well.
Baker's in shotgun. Third and 3. Baker looks left, throws left, caught for a first down. And they should use a timeout, and they do.
That was
Final.
That was Tez Johnson again, Razor.
Ooh, have himself a day.
The Avalanche beat the Blackhawks 1-0 tonight. Wow, great game. If you like 1-0 hockey games, but still, Blackhawks continue to do pretty well. Lost the game here, but I think they covered that 240.
Utah has the lead, 78-77. Phoenix are up by 7.
Wow.
Big comeback for the Suns. They're up by 7 with 3:18 left in the third quarter.
Okay, a little bit of a break here. Penalty on the Rams here. That'll bring the Bucks into Rams territory. I guess if you can get 3 points, I guess you do it, Razor, even if it's funny.
Yeah.
You want to have
they just let him score 3 for free.
Yeah. But you want to at least stop the bleeding, I guess. About all I can say about it. I guess it was. I guess that was illegal contact there.
Just a little bit. I'll tell you what, though, there hasn't been a whole lot of flags in this game. Good defense there.
Well, Razor, the Rams continue to be one of the least penalized teams in the league.
That's a good thing to have as a team.
Yeah. Probably underappreciated statistic. I don't know if they're the best, but they're close.
Yeah, there's only been one penalty in this game, and it was against the Rams. One penalty for 5 yards.
Yeah, and I think it was actually one they took on. Oh no, I was gonna say I think they took it on purpose, but I might be confusing it with another game earlier tonight. They wouldn't do that in the first half.
Baker, I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, the snap. I don't know if it hit him directly or if it was a bad snap, but it was weird how he couldn't pick it up, even though it kind of bounced right to him. Football is funny like that.
Ronnie thinks the Rams for the Super Bowl.
Oh, I don't think that's outrageous. I mean, I know I got Razor here. I have to deal with Mike every week, but you look at this performance, it's as good as any team in the league has put together a half, I would think here. Eagles look pretty good in the first half today. Sorry, Mike's watching.
And the Rams, they got an easy schedule, too.
Look, how close were they, Razor, in that snow game? I mean, they played well. You don't want to take the Rams in the snow, right? But if they get the home field on them, they could easily turn the tables if they played the Eagles again. I'm not putting them ahead of your pack. I'm just saying that was the big game, and the Rams had to play in the snow, and they, almost. Oh God, Baker, look out, Razor! Oh my God, Jared Verse. Look at all these guys the Rams have. I mean, every guy is like an all-star. Nobody I mean, I think Jared Verse one of the best of the game, and when you're looking, he's making Worth. He made Worth look like a spinning dervish there.
Yeah, and the Rams schedule, they got Panthers, Cardinals twice, the Falcons, and then they played 2 hard games. They do have the Lions and Seattle. And Seattle's a Thursday game in December. It'll be in Seattle.
JSN today, Razor, set the all-time single-season receiving yardage mark for the Seahawks. It's week 12. And they've had, he beat DK. I think it was DK's record, and he also had some great receivers, like Steve Largent was a legendary receiver there. They've had some other, good receivers there. But he gets behind guys. Baker just adds to, Baker's not like those other quarterbacks, Razor. He's glad he'll gladly. I hope this doesn't backfire for the Bucs here. Unfortunately, he has been chased down out of bounds. Baker is hurt. I would imagine this might be it for Baker tonight, Razor.
And that was another interception, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, Baker, he's gonna get a lot of shots here at the half.
For him, look, you need Baker. Look, you're the Bucs. I mean, you are in the division run. This game is just about over. If you're really having a problem like this, unless it's something the doctor says you can't make worse, it just hurts. No reason to be back in there in this game for Baker.
Yeah, he should be done.
I mean, you have, you're the Bucs. You can still win the division. They got to win the division. They ain't going to get a wild card in the NFC.
Yeah,
but you can still outlast this Carolina team, as good as Carolina's been this year. And it'll probably come down in the last 2 or 3 weeks with those. Carolina's done a great job this season. They're, one of the most improved teams. No one talks about them because there's so many kind of upper echelon teams. and they're just
Yeah,
barely.
that's who Carolina has to play next week is these Rams.
The Rams, you said? Yeah. But I did say the line, right? What was it?
Final.
9. Well, right now, Razor, the send-out was 9.5. Do you think Carolina did a good job, and they're doing a good job. I don't think this performance will put them up. Do you think it can go to 10 or it'd be 10 or 10.5 when it goes off here? Or
I think it should, unless the Vegas wants you to bet Carolina, because 9.5, all you got to do is win by 10, and they're watching this clinic right now.
But Carolina, I'm not trying to tell you that they did a very good job today in that. What was it? What am I talking about?
The Panthers. They play tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow night. Yep. That's what makes this big now, right? If the Bucks lose here, that makes that game even bigger for the Panthers.
Yeah, and Panthers are getting 7 tomorrow. I think that might be too many points, Ramon. I don't know. Is this the same situation as tonight? You got a 7-4 team at home.
What, you and me sitting here by ourselves? Panthers are playing. Panthers are playing. Everybody's on vacation.
Yeah, I think Mike's away tomorrow. I think Keith's going to join us tomorrow, though.
Okay. He wasn't going to join us for that Raider game today. I say, look, I mean, I was not a believer in Shedeur Sanders today, just because I wasn't impressed with 4 for 16. And look, there was a lot of problems, with that. But hey, I'm happy for I'm happy for him. I hope it works out. I hope we saw kind of like Colorado Shedeur out there, right? The long bomb, really some gadget plays in there a little bit, and. Hey, if Gillen Gabriel's back, I saw his status was actually upgraded to questionable, I guess. And if he's ready, I guess they go back to Gabriel, actually. But he did bring an energy. I thought the team reacted. To Sanders, Razor. I thought they were behind him a little bit. I'm not sure if Gabriel has that kind of, aura about him.
Yeah.
He has the athleticism, right? And even though they say he doesn't have a strong arm, I don't know how many guys can throw the ball on the run like you did on that one. That's something not every quarterback can do.
Yeah, he can sling it. He can definitely sling it.
Yeah, there were some big time mistakes in there, right? But you're playing the Raiders. Like Nuke said, you're playing the Raiders. All I'm saying, all I'm talking about is today's game, and acknowledging.
Not his fault. He played the Raiders, right?
And it's not his fault. It's not his fault. He's on the Browns either. But I can't get. I thought that stat was great, and I'm going to say it again: 17 straight first-time quarterbacks for the Cleveland Browns. A history of, I think it's safe to say a history of drafting often one of the best quarterbacks in the draft several times over in those 17 quarterbacks. Some of those guys were one of the top, guys like Tim Couch, right? The top 1, 2, 3, 5 quarterbacks in some of those drafts. None of them ever won their first game, but Sanders did.
And this is that's my only loss today. I had the Raiders minus 3.5 today. I faded Shedeur, but
yeah, no, I did too. But I did go under. I will say that I did go under.
Steam playing.
Yeah, I won by the hooker on the Colts. I had them plus 3.5.
Hey, everybody, some steam going in tomorrow for the USC basketball. They were laying 6.5, Razor. The steam's coming in right now in their game. They're playing Boise tomorrow at Maui, at the Maui Invitational. So, that's a good game. Both teams are coming in with strong records, and USC's moved from 6.5 here to 7.5. You might even be able, if you were like me and could find your phone and where the stations is still at 5, maybe I could.
Yeah, that's like a 5 o'clock game, right? USC.
4 o'clock your time, I think. Or no, you're East, right?
Yeah.
5? Yep, 5. I just think you live in Green Bay. That's all. I'm going to go to my STN app here. I'm going to go to my STN in Nevada. Check it out.
Ronnie took the Rams plus 220 to win the NFC and plus 425 to win the Super Bowl. Ronnie also has the Panthers plus 7.5 tomorrow.
Okay, he has them, huh? Okay, great.
Let's hit the refresh button and see how many likes we are at. If you guys haven't already, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button down below. We took a shot for 50. We took a shot for 70. We took a shot for 90. We got to get to 110. Hit that like button down below if you haven't already.
Push the goddamn button.
Let's count up the likes. We got 94 likes.
Okay.
So we are 16 away from shot time.
I'm going to report some more of my steam since it's just you and I here, and there's so much basketball tomorrow. Dallas and Miami, we're seeing some steam to the over here. Man, Miami's done a great job. 237.5 here, but it's going higher right now as we speak. That's why I'm calling it out. It's up.
And which game was that?
Dallas and Miami, up to 238.5. This is the return raiser of Tyler Hero finally tomorrow is expected here for sure. This is questionable right now, but I think it'll be hard to think he wouldn't be playing the way they've been talking about it today. I think Hero makes his return tomorrow.
I like it. Let's also go to our fourth quarter. Bet Mike, it would be taking the fourth quarter over.
Final.
Let's see what it's at. Fourth quarter total points 10.5. 10.5. I'm going to take 100 of my 550 that I won with Devontae.
Holy shit.
I'm going to go over 10.5 points in the fourth quarter.
Oh, in the fourth quarter of the football game.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were going to call out a basketball bet there.
Oh, sorry. I apologize.
Well, once you said 10 points in the fourth quarter, I was like, is it a player prop or
10 3-pointers? What do you mean 10.5 points?
the Rams kicker maybe? Stony Brook and Pacific are playing tomorrow, and there's some steam coming in right now. This is at the Sunshine Slam Ocean Bracket in Daytona Beach. The steam's coming in on the under here in this one. It was 151. And now it is currently, it was 151.5. It's down to 150.5, moving lower here on some steam with Stony Brook and Pacific. You can look at a lot of these tomorrow. They will have moved probably a couple of points. And you don't have to tail them, but I'm just telling you, this is the way the market's moving. And they got a little machine here that tells me that the market's moving.
Love it.
NYCFC upset Philadelphia tonight. I think it's an upset in Major League Soccer playoffs here. NYCFC wins, I do believe, in an upset here. They were they're plus a half on the Asian handicap, plus 340 on the three-way, and NYCFC leads in their series.
Who'd they beat?
Philadelphia. Philadelphia, one of the strongest home fields in all of MLS, but NYCFC wins on the road. Nick Handy's got the Rams in the second half, laying 5.5 at plus 125. He likes it to continue.
Troy Hustle says it's not a series. What's that mean?
Oh, in the MLS, he means in the MLS playoffs.
Final.
They're in the conference semifinals.
Oh, so Philadelphia's out of it.
No. I think it goes 1-0 in the score line there, and they play the second. I think the first round is played as a series, and then I think what he's saying here is I don't know. I thought they were. I didn't think it was that way, but I could be wrong. I thought in MLS they played it as a series. The first round was certainly played as a series, and they also played the first game of the Vancouver Los Angeles. They did go to penalties, so I don't know why they would go to penalties there. It's a one-game playoff is what it might be, and then they automatically advance into the conference finals. I think is what it is there. Yeah, you host a one match in the conference semifinals. Hope I'm right. Hope I'm right on that. He can help me out in the chat there.
He says this is the second round. It's single game elimination.
Got it.
Because it was win or go home. That's why they went to penalty shot.
Yeah, that dumb. I got to criticize that actually. Not our commenter did a great job, but they played the first one home and home, and then it was just played as a 3-game series. But then now they're just trying to get cute. One thing that the MLS will be doing though, almost immediately, I don't know if it's next year or what, they're going to get in line with you won't have these games in November. They're going to get in line with the international calendar actually, and play at the same time as the rest of the world. And so Vancouver, I think, ended up winning that game to advance to the conference finals. And my San Diego FC team will be playing tomorrow against Minnesota United at Snapdragon Stadium for a berth in the next round. Of course, the MLS, I know they play a championship game, the MLS Cup.
Also, shout out to 999 with the dono. Design the Bucks plus 21. It's my last leg for today. Man, it's going to be close, 999. Good luck, my friend.
Thank you, 999.
Don't forget, guys, every time we get a dono, every time we get a gifted membership or a new member, we take a shot and say thank you. So hit that join button down below if you haven't already. Troy says MLS never makes sense. Terrible soccer, but I can't stay away from the unders.
I think because I prefer domestic sports, so it is my favorite league. And you get all the soccer snobs are like, MLS, we got all these great leagues over here. Hey, I like the domestic game. I want to watch the local, but I do like Mexican as well. I like Liga MX. There is one playoff game tonight. I see the score here. Not watching this game, but I am paying attention because my Tijuana Xolos, I know they're still alive in the playoffs right now. They've been getting in here in the playoffs right now. They're still alive. They got to play. They've advanced into they qualified through a elimination game, I think, but now they got to play Tigres, so that's going to be hard. But Juarez leads Pachuca tonight. I think they're playing for the last seed in there. And it's 3-1 Juarez. They are at the game here. It's about over.
Live totals up to 59. And the Rams are minus 28.
Okay, well, hey, I'd love to see him make a game of it. Or I don't know.
Because they got, who's the Bucks got? They got what? Bridgewater, right?
Yeah, I think it is Teddy. I think it is Teddy B. Quite the story, right? Coached high school football this season. Season's over. Team eliminated from the. I don't know if they won the champ. I think they might have won the championship even. No, because they're in the championship right now. Or maybe it was last year. It was last year was doing it right, and then it came. I'm not sure, but the guy like guy's been coaching high school ball. Still picks up the ball, ready to play for him here.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been in the last couple games, but he hasn't thrown the ball, just on rushing attempts.
Montana State coach interviewing in Oregon State tomorrow. That I think it's going to be a done deal with the year Montana State is having.
Troy says, "How are the Bucks going to score in the second half without
Is
Baker?"
he not in? Did we get the official? I was trying to see. Did Melissa come on here? Are we done with Baker?
No, I mean it's not official yet. Rams get the first ball, but I haven't seen any. I just know he's. I got an update says he's doubtful.
I bet he
to
is.
return.
Like I said, I would.
He was Teddy Bridgewater was taking snaps on the sideline ahead of the second half.
Okay, we'll bring in Teddy B.
Also, Puka's got 5 for 80 yards, no touchdowns. Devontae 4 for 52 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Well, you could up Puka another one here. He just caught one razor over the middle there for a nice gain there of about 6 yards, 7 yards maybe. Puka keeps going. Can we get a running clock here, you think?
Right.
In the high school game, 35 points, running clock. At least here in California where I watch. I'm in Nevada, but
yeah.
Some pretty good teams here in Las Vegas too. But
31-7, 13:40 left here in the third quarter. It's just me and Ramon here tonight, so that only means one thing.
Gonna bring us 2 more, then 2 more after that every 5 minutes until one of us passes the out.
You think I should, if I was ever, was going to join you?
Grab me another drink.
Oh, Devontae. Can't catch them all, Devontae.
Final.
Devontae Adams is going to have that 90% of the time. Akron just won. They rocked here against Evansville, 97-59. Akron. The Zips zipped it up.
Also, Lakers trying to pull away. They're up by 8, now 10.
Oh,
with
man.
6:12 left or 6:20 left in the fourth quarter.
Lakers.
And the Suns are up by 9 with 6 minutes left. Lakers pulling away here. Oh, and they hit a 3. They're up 13. On a 14-4 run in the fourth quarter.
Okay, I'm gonna switch around the TVs a little bit here.
Luka hit a 3. He's got 32 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. And George on Utah, he's got 24 points.
Razor, the Guardian cap, the covers on the Guardian caps, with the logos, reminds me of. Did you ever see these hats they had back that were like it was a ball cap, but it looked like the helmet, and the Bengals had the
Yeah.
The Rams would have the curly Q, the Chargers had the bolt, the Packers would have the G. At the time, they were like really popular. Now you'd probably get laughed out of the.
Dale Fix says, "What? You guys don't have any other friends to join? I'll send you the link, Dale. Right there's the link. You join. Can't make people join. You want to come hang out? Come hang out."
Yeah, the chat's the closest thing to friends I've got. All right, Teddy B's in here. Has not thrown a pass since last year's divisional game. Is that what that says?
And we got an intentional grounding.
Well, I guess he's still.
That was on Stafford.
Oh, okay. And now Tampa, they already knew it, and so Tampa's taking over here with Teddy B. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm going to look this up with Teddy B and the high school coaching.
Oh, man. Suns are up by 10. Lakers are up by 10. Come on, Jazz.
2024. Yeah, 2024.
Here we go. Jazz makes the free throw, down by 9. Let's make this
They've won
second
that.
one, make it an 8-point game.
Yeah. Kind of a low-scoring game for the Jazz, maybe. So as part of the action tomorrow, Razor, here in Las Vegas, it's the Players Era Championship basketball event. That's where they play for the money. Michigan plays my San Diego State team tomorrow. Other good matchups, Auburn and Oregon, Gonzaga and Alabama, Houston and Syracuse, Kansas and Notre Dame. These are all games tomorrow. It's exciting games here. The Players Era, they win NIL money. I mean, sounds like a good deal.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Michigan, I think we got Michigan, Ohio State next week.
Oh, boy. Well, one of the classic rivalries. The line here, 11 and 45 and a half.
Y'all know Ohio State beating them in a long time.
I know. Come on, hey, I'm gonna go out on a limb, Razor.
Final.
It is at the big house, though.
Yeah, I think Ohio State's minus like 10.5.
They're talking about Teddy right now. He was at, he was actually suspended from his. He did coach him to the victory, but then was later suspended for providing rides to players, meals to players out of his own pocket. Doesn't that suck?
That's crazy. Wait, he got suspended for buying his teammate or his players' food?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
They call it impermissible benefits.
Mm.
High school, you wouldn't think that would be applicable. I mean, not every kid's got a, I don't want to say it like that. I mean, most of the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what Teddy said. He said, "Hey, I'm just trying to make it better for the kids that maybe don't have as much going on." There's Landman. Hey, that money in his pocket didn't weigh him down there. He got right back in there. Signed a big contract this week. How much did he get? Oh, he got a lot of money. But man, look at these guys that the Rams have. They're all monsters. Look at Aaron Donald. He probably could go out there right now.
Yeah, because he's training with his son all the time, probably.
Hmm.
Yeah, I saw a video of him working out with his son the other day. I think it was.
Man,
He's
That's
a big
okay.
boy too.
Tez Johnson with another catch. I don't know what his no. I'm gonna look, but I'm sure he's gone over already. He's probably gone over already, right?
Oh yeah.
Catch all the way. In fact, that's a great catch, right? That shows you strong hands. Ball's been great, really good coverage there, being pushed away. I'm certain no reason to challenge it, Razor. Look, he does start to bobble the ball, but his hands are so strong, he keeps it under the ball all the way. If it's a challenge, it's a waste. It's replay assistance? Okay, what are they looking at? Show me. Oh, God, I don't know, Razor. He's got this little cup under the ball.
His hand was under it the whole time.
I know what they're looking at, but he's doing this, right?
Wow, they said no catch?
They did say no catch on that.
Wow. That looked like a clear catch to me.
They're showing a very famous player, Sean King, at quarterback to Burt Emanuel. Look at this one. This is a famous play.
Yeah. Tony Dungy.
I thought that sucked right there, especially in the replay assist on that one. Come on, Teddy B. Ball don't lie.
Oh, he's scrambling. Oh, he makes it eligible here. They're going to go for it. Nicholas Handy wants the field goal unit to come out.
Referees are jerks. Pro referees.
Don't forget, guys, we are live on 2 channels. I need you to hit the like button on both channels. I need another shot. We got to get to 110. So hit that like button down.
I get mad, Razor, when they yell at the high school games when I'm out there at the referee, because they're getting like $150, and they don't deserve that. You know how I get, Razor. I'd be like, these idiots. You want to go down to, their job. They want to go down to their job, and you got to put that fire hose better in the fire hydrant, firefighter. Terrible firefighting.
Yeah, I used to umpire baseball games when I was like 16.
Yeah.
And parents used to give it to me too. I had to toss a parent one time.
Now, did you wear the big balloon protector?
I had a chest protector.
Like the big thing where you just have
no, I had something under the yeah. Yeah, those big shields they had back in the day.
There was a trade in the MLB today. If you Nimmo, I think. Let me see.
Yeah, I saw there's a trade with the Mets.
Yeah, and the Rangers. Nimmo for Semien.
Yeah, I did see that. Second and 8. Bridgewater to the end zone. Incomplete. Bridgewater looking for a flag.
UC Davis taking some steam tomorrow in their matchup with UL Lafayette. They were an 8-point favorite a few moments ago, but now they are going up. And they are going up here to 9.
I'll be right back, Ramon.
Okay. In their game against UL Lafayette, up to 9.5 here. 9.5. UC Davis steam right now. 8 to 9.5 tomorrow against UL Lafayette. All right, we're here at the 19-yard line, and this one's incomplete, knocked down on 3rd and 8. I think if you're the Rams, you still take you take a field goal here. They'll put you down 3 touchdowns. Oh no, they're going to go for it. Okay.
Final.
Hey, guess they've already tried it one time. I mean, you could get 3 touchdowns in a quarter and a half. It's not out of the question. Maybe it is in this scenario. I'm trying to be objective about football strategy here. It's 4th and 8, and you have pretty much a gimme a field goal here. It would be 36 yards. So Teddy in trouble. He gets sacked, tripped up. The conductor's got his 2nd sack of the night. And they could have been down 31-10 for Nick Handy, but no. They've truly given up here. Or maybe they haven't going for a touchdown, but like I said, I mean, okay, 105-94. The Lakers lead the Jazz here right now with 3:08 left. So, Lakers are going to be tough to cover. It's going to be coming down the wire here on the cover, at least for now. And also in the other game, 110-101. Phoenix putting the distance on them for Razor here, and the Suns lead. This one's going under here. So with the Laker game here right now, we did go under here with Razor, but the Laker game's not going over at all. It's going under for sure in the Laker Jazz game tonight. Also, college basketball. There's a game going on here right now with Utah State and Davidson. Utah State already up 13 with 30 seconds to go in the first half. They're covering right now. They're laying 10.5 for the game. They took steam. Both teams come in here, I believe, undefeated. But right now, Utah State, double-digit favorite. They got a pretty good team. I mean, Davidson's always on a solid program, but Utah State right now, they're playing this one in Charleston. So, Davidson, it's not exactly a home, but regionally, they're kind of the regional team there. So that college card gets underway tomorrow early. Troy and Toledo at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. Rhode Island, Nate's Rams going to take on Towson at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific. Also, Stony Brook and UOP going to be going at it at 11:30 Eastern and 8:30 a.m. Pacific at the Sunshine Slam. And other games. Like I said, that Players Era Championship starts at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 Pacific with Rutgers and Tennessee. The other matchups I didn't mention, Creighton and Baylor, St. John's and Iowa State, Houston and Syracuse undefeated teams, UNLV and Maryland. It's a 20, I believe it's a, let me get it straight here. Stafford throws complete here to Nakua again. Puka. So the Players Era Festival will be a new structure here for the tournament, I think, because they have a big field. They play the games, I think, over a couple of days out there, and then play a series of events, a series of consolation games. Whittington with a reception out here, and he's out to the 45-50 midfield for Whittington.
What we got here? 31-7 live line, 28.5. Totals 53.5. It's dropped the whole touchdown. It was at 60. Now it's down to 52. I don't think there's been no scoring right in the third quarter.
Yep.
Under is still alive.
Oh, my God. Right now, the Rams are going backwards with Levante David. We're about to check my stats here on Levante. I don't know if he's getting close here, but no, that's all.
What do you need?
4 tackles right now for the ball. Oh, God, it's a 7.5.
Still can't believe Tez Johnson, all that, those catches, we thought he was just crushing. He only has 2 catches for 18 yards. I feel like he's done a lot more than that, but I guess it's been his rushing. I mean, not his rushing.
Well, he did get a play. He did run the ball one time at least, right? Out of formation.
Yeah, he's got 2 rushes for 12 yards.
Okay.
I feel like we've been talking about him a lot more than.
There's Allen.
Holy shit, the Jazz got it within 2.
You know who it was?
Come on.
Markkanen nailed the 3, and then he came down, got a little steal. They gave it back to Markkanen, lay it up and in. Markkanen's on fire here right now.
Come on.
They're down 2 here with 5.8 left.
Also, Suns cash it -2.5. Gamblers first glance final 111-102. And you cashed the under in that one, right?
Okay, we got it.
Let's
got it?
Oh.
Paranoid, I'm tripping. I've been smoking and sipping. I'm around with 2.
Let's go. And we catch another Jazz. Plus 9.5. They lose by 2. Come on.
I'm not fucking leaving.
Let's go. 3-0 sweep in the NBA. That's going to make it an 8-1 day. 8-1 today. 4-1 in NFL. 3-0 in NBA. 1-0 in college basketball. Let's go.
Boy, the Jazz continue to do a nice job at home covering these numbers.
Final.
I think I'm going to head out to put the Bruins game on the big screen here, on the side screen here.
Let's go. Big fucking day.
(2-1) San Jose over the Bruins with 5 minutes to go. Flames lead the Canucks 3-1 with 5.5 left here. And we're running out of sports, Razor.
Just got an update about that Lakers With 4:41 left in the game, Lakers 102, Jazz 89.
Wow.
Final score 108-106.
Jazz continuing to get that home money.
And George even had a shot to win the game, but they couldn't make it. Also, Buccaneers have ruled out Baker Mayfield for tonight due to left shoulder injury.
Okay, well,
Baker is officially out.
Hopefully it's just something minor. Don't want to, Tampa's chance. Look, Teddy's good. Teddy's okay. Teddy's okay, but probably want Baker.
Yeah, but who's got more of a background for a quarterback? Bridgewater, he's a coach and a quarterback. Maybe he sees things.
Well, he's been in play. He's had playoff game. I think he's kind of been thrown into a couple of them, but pretty sure he's had some pretty good. Played some playoff games in here in the past, right?
Oh yeah.
Final.
Okay. 2 postseason games, Razor, and only one with the Vikings. We had 24 attempts back in 2015, and then of course he was with bad teams, Minnesota, New Orleans, Miami, and then it was with Detroit last in the 2024 postseason. There, he actually got in the game there for a brief moment. Had one for one. I don't even remember that. I think that's when the story surfaced about the coaching and that. Okay, they got it out here too. The feel of autumn.
Final.
The fabric of our lives.
We got 3:15 left here in the third quarter.
We are headed for Undercity here, Razor. It feels like there might not be another score. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to cancel my fourth quarter bet that I put in for $100. Cash out. I might need to cash out. Shout out to SF Niner, says thanks for the Suns Jazz. I cashed the parlay live. Had +9, +1.5. Let's go. Let's go. Where's the old man at? Where's the old man at?
Cash it.
Cash it.
Got some steam coming in NBA tomorrow. Denver and Memphis. Over 232. It's up to 233.5 right now. This one's on the move higher. Denver and Memphis right now. All right, the Bucks are going to punt.
Yeah, we need to wait for this fourth quarter to score them points. Need to take another shot here. With all this money we're winning tonight, Ramon, let's see how many likes we are at. Let's hit the refresh button. We got 54 plus 44. That's a total of 98. That means we are 12 likes away from shot time. That means 6 people need to go to both channels. Don't forget to hit the like button on both channels. We also take a shot every time we get a new member, every time we get a gifted membership. So don't forget to hit that join button down below. It's $4.99 to become a member on either channel. If you like the show, you've been winning some money, you want to support the show, you can do so by hitting that join button down below. We are live on the Razor Sharp Picks Network and over on Sports Money. Hit the like button down below. Share the video. And don't forget to subscribe.
These are good, Razor. Got the Reese's Oreo.
Oh, those sound pretty good.
Reese's and Oreo. Have I died and gone to heaven?
Hey, what's your go-to candy, Ramon?
Oh, I'm Reese's all the way, but this has revolutionized the Reese's game.
Here we go. Minute 53 left here in the third quarter. We got 31-7 game. The spread 27.5. Over-under is dropped to 51.
Wow, Devontae. Look at this one, Razor.
There is a flag on the play.
He was definitely touched. But holding. Holding.
Penalty. On the offense. Holding, Ramon. I don't know, but
Hey, you can't do that.
you can't do that.
Did you hear me making fun of you guys on the morning steam this morning, Razor? I was making fun of you guys. Mike would have been mad. I said, because everyone loves it. Everyone loves the video. Everyone loves when we say it. But I'm like, God damn it, Mike and Razor. I mean, they got false start. You can't do. I mean, come on. At least let it be a personal foul.
I mean, false starts. Are you allowed to do that? I don't think so. I don't think so, Ramon.
All right, there's a nice gain here by the Rams. They're they might.
We need to get to this fourth quarter before they score.
Making me laugh here. They might score yet again. But they do need 2 scores to go over. So that fourth quarter is going to be that clock's going to be ticking. Devontae again, and the refs have found another reason to throw a flag. Just what we want to see, Razor. The clock stop and plays being whistled back for penalties in a game like this. Just let them play.
Oh, yeah.
So this one's on Tampa, though.
Oh, yeah. Get him closer to that end zone. But let's wait 59 seconds.
Now, Razor, I'm going to make this statement here tonight without the other guys here because I know I'd get a lot of heat. And I'd probably get some from you as well on this one. But I'm listening to you guys be critical of the upcoming Super Bowl halftime show with Bad Bunny. And I don't even know any of the Bad Bunny songs, but I know them all. You know what I mean? I can't understand. Like, there are some places where I might frequent. The Bad Bunny's like the song that is played quite a bit. I like the Bad Bunny music. I think people are, I like. Don't get me wrong. I kind of liked soul and rhythm and blues and rap. Growing up, so I kind of like urban contemporary music, and I like some of the halftime shows we've had. I think if people are objective, and maybe I'm not, maybe I'm that attention guy that look at me, I want to say something controversial. I think Bad Bunny will blow the last 3 or 4 shows out of the water. I promise you. It would be something like you won't even know, you won't maybe even understand the words either. but the guy is like a really good compared to those other guys. These other guys that they've had, even though they're hip and they've kind of, maybe even a little bit over the hill over the last couple of years, these last couple of performers, this guy's like in the prime of his career. And I think you're going to see a great show, actually. I might take the heat on that for this one, but I think everybody will be surprised. We might, and I bet when we sit here, we'll be making fun of it. The other guys, and I'll have to sit here and say, and I'll listen to it. If it wasn't good, I'll say it wasn't good, but I think it'll be way better than the last couple of shows for sure. So we got a few weeks, yet. A month and a half, 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, Bad Bunny, I'm not too familiar with.
It's more of the just type of flow of the music, right? I mean, like I said, maybe I'm gonna end up in too many places with Latin women, but
yeah, I mean. He's got some, I guess Bad Bunny's got some pretty good beats. I like the beats.
Yeah, I think one thing is people don't want to listen to music they're not familiar with. I think that'll end up being the main critique, even though a lot of the songs are very popular and in certain it doesn't transcend as much as lyrics that are in English. And and it does have some English, it goes back and forth, but
we got Lord's Apprentice in the building. Says Bad Bunny is
Lord's Apprentice.
Says he sold his soul. Look it up.
Well, and there's going to be other controversy too because of the. It is funny though when someone says, go back, something to the effect of like, go back to your country or whatever. Puerto Rico is basically is a U.S. territory. But he has been, he's kind of attracted some negative news. I'll admit that for sure. But he has a great heritage for his Puerto Rican heritage. I mean, I don't know. I saw some viral. I was doing some doom scrolling, and I saw J-Lo in a practically naked the other night doing her show. And how old is she? 65? I was like, Gilf City.
All right, we head to the fourth, Ramon. 31-7.
Really enjoyable being here with you, and the chat too. Thank you. But yeah, there might be a reason why they left us hanging, and they left me. You guys left me hanging last week too. I mean, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, and we didn't do any show. The boys were busy. You were with your family.
Yeah, Mike's off. Mike's off. I don't show up and he can't do his show. I don't show up. He can't do. I said, Mike, you're not showing up. I'll still do a show.
All right, be careful. He's listening. He's out there right now.
Like you said, man, I don't go out a lot with like my guys and stuff on the weekends. I got a family. I went to the trampoline park this morning with the kids. I'm a family man, but man, these are the best times for the weekend.
Were you able to do it, or is it just for the kids, Razor? Did you go on one of the trampolines for a little bit?
Oh yeah, I paid for myself and the wife. We jumped a little bit, did some they got a bunch of different.
Did you even go like down and maybe bounce off your bottom and bounce back up? And
oh yeah.
Oh, you know what? Did you feel like it was a workout at all, or?
Oh yeah, I'm sore as hell right now.
Serious? That was fun, man. Yeah. I feel bad. I mean, I'm doing the, I don't know if you've doom scroll as much, but you get the guy. Remember have you seen it? The Asian man comes on. He goes, "You got to do Tai Chi." I'm like, all right. What button do I press?
I got to work on my balance. They had like a balance beam in like the middle of a foam pit, and they gave you like these things where you could battle each other, like the old.
Okay, did you go do your wife?
And yeah, my wife kicked my ass.
Wow. Hey, Razor, we got some breaking news here, right? Do you have a breaking news banner?
Do we have a breaking news?
If not, I'm ready to go with it right now. It's a pretty big story.
Go ahead. I don't think we
the
do.
Raiders fired Chip Kelly, according to Rappaport. We're seeing many reports starting to come through right now. That's it for offensive coordinator Chip Kelly here. Pete Carroll, I guess he's still hanging out and gonna get someone else to do the job here. But he was the highest paid offensive coordinator in the league. I don't think you're getting your money's worth, Razor, with the Raiders here. So they'll probably, I would imagine, just shift things around. I don't think you go hire some new offensive coordinator this time with and who knows what will happen to Razor. I saw John Gruden open a box of Raiders gear the other day. Was so excited. He does that little skit on his, not as a skit, but people send him boxes of goodies. He was more excited with that Raiders stuff than anything. He's obviously been cleared of any true wrongdoing in the incident. The NFL had to apologize, right? And was there a settlement even? Whatever it is, right? It was cleared up, and basically the NFL was at fault. It doesn't look good when you're making some, judgmental comments about the appearance of people as it relates to their ethnicity or heritage. But I think most people think that John Gooden probably deep down a pretty okay he's a football coach. They're not the smartest.
He's living life right now at Barstool.
Yeah, but you don't think he wants back in.
Oh yeah, definitely. He even said that to Dave Portnoy. He said he wanted to.
I mean, just because of the way. Now maybe there's too much that went into it but it wasn't. I don't think it was the. I don't think Davis was firing him because I think he had to, right, with the way it went down.
Right.
And Davis can, he'll do some. We know Davis doesn't. He'll do something. I don't know if it's the right move at all. I'm just saying, it could be. Not only John Gruden coming back to the Raiders, but also, you could see, maybe one of his quarterbacks come in and join him possibly here in Las Vegas. Maybe, I don't know.
Wow. Chip Kelly done for.
Yeah. So I think they'll just shift it around a little bit. Right. I don't think you bring anybody in, you just have somebody else do it.
Yeah.
And you wonder how much of it was Kelly wants out. Maybe it just wasn't working out with him. You wonder, if Coach Carroll can survive this season. And, I'm sure he'll go the rest of the year, but.
SF Niner says one Tucker touchdown for 100. Last two parlay legs of the night. One Adams catch and 4 Stafford pass yards for $50. Step back Jay says having Geno don't help.
No, but whose fault is that, right? I mean, Carroll brings in his guy, right? He feels more comfortable with Geno, but it never really seemed like a good option, right? I mean, what Geno did was amazing as it is, but he's never going to get any better. The Raiders have a lot of problems that any quarterback in here is probably going to have a problem.
Yeah.
But you got to be, if you're going to, you got to be above and beyond. And you got to wonder what Tom Brady, I mean, how much say does he really have in this organization?
Yeah, that's true too.
When he was on the field today, throwing some passes there at the game he was announcing.
Now, do you think Chip Kelly or not Chip Kelly? Nah, that's a stupid question. Never mind. Fuck Chip Kelly.
Well, I mean, if you have other candidates for the head coaching job, I mean, I don't think Carroll survives after the season.
Sorry, I'm a little drunk. My question was supposed to be Gruden. Gruden, do you think he would go back or go to a college team or NFL only?
I think I think he wants back in the NFL, and I think he might see a path here. Right, I think this is a fluid situation right now. That I think at this point there'd be no what situation could work for him in college right now. I don't know. Right, he's he's I don't know. I like him on those things when he has the quarterbacks in there. It's kind of hokey in a way. Spider wide banana. Spider wide banana. That was I've been to the bowl, Razor. I went. That was my one Super Bowl I went to, and the Buccaneers won over the Raiders. I've been, and the tickets were face value because I got them from the Bengals. One of my gambler. I had my bookie business. One of my gamblers. This is bad. His college roommate was Paul Brown. And so he's always been close with the Bengals, and we got tickets at face value. And when the team sells the tickets, they can't sell them. They have to sell them at face value. You can't. That's a rule.
Right.
Oh boy, Teddy's going down.
We got a flag holding.
Okay.
Defensive holding. Like Joe Dog says, Rams, you can't do that.
Hey, you can't do that.
All right, little old Razor, but if you can use your imagination here, I don't know if this, you can tell this looks like a Super Bowl or not, but there it is. You can see the score there in the background too, and I'm wearing a Buccaneers shirt there and a Raiders hat. Believe it or not, just enjoying being the Super Bowl there quite a while ago. But there you go, Buccaneers. Super Bowl champs.
That's awesome.
Got to go to the bowl one time.
That's awesome. AJ says it helps our over. We need over 10 and a half. Deacon Mike says you had hair back then. Shout out to Deacon Mike. Even though the Bears still suck. Oh, Bridgewater throws it deep. Incomplete. Another flag. Another flag. What's this one on? Oh, this one looks like it's against the offense. And it is. Michelle McVay is a young buck.
Well, I'm sure this will be good. First,
I was going to say 1st and 20.
Oh, great. I was going to say, I'm sure this will help the Raiders immensely.
Deacon Mike says our defense sucks, but we're ahead of your Packers. That they are with their 8-3 record.
So the statement comes from Pete Carroll, Razor. He says, I spoke with Chip Kelly earlier this evening and informed him of his release as offensive coordinator of the Raiders. I would like to thank Chip for his service and wish him all the best in the future. Pete Carroll.
Yeah, Deacon, your big game. Oh, big catch here by Tampa. Stiff arm. He's at the 20. Deacon Mike, big game for the Bears this Friday coming up against the Eagles coming off a loss.
Igbuka hasn't done too much tonight, huh?
Yeah, that might have been one of the first catches.
Yeah, haven't done too much tonight, period. We know that.
Yeah. That was his third catch. Down to the LA 20-yard line. 11 minutes left. 1st and 10. Bridgewater in shotgun. Back to pass. He looks right. He pump fakes. He throws right. Out of bounds. Incomplete.
Okay. That was Tucker.
Yeah, Tucker's got 2 targets, 1 catch, 4 yards. NFL rank against the rookies. Tied for 3rd, most, highest, and most. Can't beat that. 2nd and 10 for Bridgewater. Throws it to the left. It's going to be caught. Ran out of bounds. Picks up 3 for Tez Johnson. Goes to the 17-yard line. 3rd and 7.
Right, there's Billy. There's Billy Siegfried. He said that I needed to work on my play-by-play.
Deacon Mike says we won't beat Philly. That's what I like to hear, Deacon. That's what I like to hear. 3rd and 7 for Bridgewater and the Bucks. Short pass. They're going to pick up 4 yards. It's going to be 4th and 3 at the 13. Man, here we go. They're going to go for it. 4th down. 4th and 3. We need a touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater in shotgun. He's got no running back. Back to pass. He looks right. He's under pressure. He rolls left, and he's sacked. And it's turnover on down.
Oh, boy.
Bridgewater's going to lose 12. That's what kills the blowout, because if it was a close game, they would have kicked the field goal. And Sam, man, Darnold just living life in the suites. Bill says, trivia quickly. Can you name the teams that Bridgewater has played for?
Oh, I think I accidentally already did that. I think accidentally.
Yeah.
Ago.
And good old Louisville. Good old Louisville.
Yeah, that'd probably be the better question, huh? Although because I was mentioning the crummy teams that he was on there with Minnesota, New Orleans, Miami, Detroit, Minnesota. I had it on screen actually here. Denver. He's one of those guys like
he's been around the block.
Yeah. Do you ever see remember Gaylord Perry, the old pitcher? He'd do but he had they'd have him for Old Timers Day, and he'd wear his jersey, and it had every team that he ever played for on the jersey. Had 17 logos on his jersey.
Good old Teddy.
Yeah.
We're in the 4th quarter. We got 9.5 minutes left.
Run the ball. We're going to be great show, Razor. Let's go around the horn.
All the NBA games are done. We do got college basketball left, but Utah State is just blowing out Davidson.
They're good, Razor. They're good. I'm watching them here. This team's going to win 25 games. I would think they're that good. I mean, they were favored by 10.5 here. It opened 7.5. So they obviously took a lot of feels like be sharp action, right? Some random tournament. 3-point move on a favorite. Who knows about plus Davidson, kind of a public team. They came in undefeated. So this Utah State team is, and it comes from, I'm a Mountain West. San Diego State's my team. So I know who I have to look out for. And San Diego State's good. Again, they have lost a game, but they just got their stud player back. He was out for almost a year with a knee injury. And now Utah State does look pretty good. I got to admit. It's going to be quite a battle here this season, I think, with Utah State right now. They were great last year as well, 26-8. But, man, they started hot last year too, and they're going to be good again.
Yeah, they're just putting a whooping on. Then you got the NHL game. Calgary's up 4-1 against Vancouver.
Yeah, we're about done with all the NHL here. We just had that other game go final here moments ago with the Sharks beating the Bruins 3-1. Sharks keep going here a little bit. Sharks playing good.
Yeah, they're plus monies today too. And we got, like you said earlier, we got some early college basketball tomorrow.
Yeah.
11:30 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah. 11, Razor. I got games at 11 here.
Oh, yeah, Towson game.
Yeah,
and Troy.
Yeah. Who did you say? Troy, right?
Yeah.
They were the team that beat San Diego State in double overtime. Probably shouldn't lose to Troy if you're San Diego State at home, but it was a good game. I watched it, and San Diego State actually hit a half-court shot at the end of regulation to send it to overtime and end up 108-107. Troy's looks pretty okay, but San Diego State shouldn't have lost that game. It doesn't have me worried a little bit, but San Diego State's often had a few losses early on, and they come up strong at the end. Like I said, they just got their star player back, Magoon Guath, but they call him Goon, and a pretty good player, sophomore 7-footer. It was really
Deacon Mike says he'll be betting Vermont team total over tomorrow.
Thank you, Deacon Mike.
Liberty.
They call Alabama the Crimson Tide. Call me Deacon Mike. Yeah, Billy said Vancouver's looking horrible. There's so much parity in the league, right? You don't even know who the worst teams are unless you look at the bottom of the standings and you see teams in there like Vancouver's in there, some other 5-win teams in there a little bit, but everyone else is like 7, 8, 9 wins. It's kind of weird. That's hockey, but except if you're Colorado. And they have one. They have one.
34-7. We got 7:12 left. Look like the Bucks are going to have the ball. They're at the Rams' 48-yard line.
I missed the news earlier that Cal fired their coach. I'm just seeing it now, but it was 3 hours ago. But
grab me another drink. I might smoke one more. Before we call it a day.
yeah. Sorry we couldn't make it better here tonight. But well.
No, it's been a fun night for me.
We'll try it again tomorrow. Yeah, well, okay.
Cashed our 3 NBA bets. 2 of them I gave out to everybody. Cash the first player to score the touchdown plus 550. Now we're trying to get this over 10.5 that I probably should have cashed out of. But hey, it could happen. It could
I might
happen.
have to try trampolining. I don't know how else I can. I'm keeping my upper body, but my legs are so weak, and I don't know if I can go back to playing softball. I mean, look at this form, though. I mean, Razor, I got a great batting form. Okay, I mean, look, that's some decent batting form, isn't it? Right there for your man, right there.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you got the extended arms.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing, Razor. You see how many goofballs wear jeans when they're playing, they're patched up? That's a style, right? That's style. You think I'm like, people thought I was poor, right? But I mean, I like to slide, and if you ruin your pants, you know what happened. And look, I also went the John Olerud route. People say, why do you wear a helmet in playing slow pitch softball? I hit the ball the right field and the right side, and people throw it, and like it's not, because you're going to get hit with a slow pitch. It's people. Right. I often get thrown out, not all the time, but like they try to throw me out at first because I hit the ball so hard to right field that it would like land on one hop, and the guy would come up throwing, and I was getting like, by the time you get the base, it's very close. So I run with my head down, and it was coming too close for comfort, and so I played many years with a helmet because I'm not really a powerful power hitter.
Right.
I've never had any much, but I could hit a base hit almost any time I wanted.
Right.
That's a really elite pitcher. What the hell was that? What's that?
3rd and 10. Joe looking for a score here. It says Bucks plus 27. Looking for a score.
Deacon Mike said I could have dislocated my hip with that swing.
3rd and 10 here for Bridgewater.
All right.
Throws it to the left, and they're going to pick up about 3. 4th down. This over is cooked. And the full game total's still alive as well.
They're talking about the commercial, Razor. I don't know if you've seen the one with I think it's the one with Teddy Bridgewater, right? The guy's trying to teach his son about the birds and the bees. And he's doing a really bad job of it, and they call him like Teddy Bridgewater. I'm uncomfortable with that, actually. I mean, Dad, you're just going to have to suck it up and be blunt, because you don't want some football player coming in, with your mom knowing that, like, the wife is like, this guy's teaching your son about the birds and the bees because Dad can't. He's like, right. Oh, it's kind of a hug. I like the other commercials with the bringing in the sub guy, but not that one bothered me a little bit.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's feeling the heat a little bit on social media tonight. He accidentally said, I think he was trying to pronounce the word, a player's name. I think it was Dugan, but he accidentally said N first, and it was a word that started with N and had some G's. It was like Nugan, but it kind of everyone kind of jumped like to conclude, like, oh, listen, he said the N word here, and people were kind of heck today a little bit on social media because of that, but
Of course they would on social media.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, and look, RG3, he made the kids in college now, and we've talked about him on the show, Kaniga, right? The player Kaniga.
Yeah. Second and 1 for the Rams. Can't believe Tampa Bay punted there. Why would they punt there?
Razor, was that a real photo last week of Bill Belichick at a cheerleading competition watching Jordan at an adult cheerleading event?
That's the rumor. She's in a co-ed cheerleading thing or something.
I mean, look, if she was I'd go too. I'd go. I mean, I'd watch it. I'd be like, might be some other like cuties there or something, but that seems like a weird event. Like, you got to let it go eventually.
Right.
If you're, why couldn't you just go be a cheerleader for the Carolina Panthers? Maybe you could still hang out with Bill. You could cheer. Right. You probably put you right on the. I don't think you need to. You're Bill's girlfriend. We're gonna put you on the Panthers cheerleading team. You don't even need to audition. As long as you can keep it going. I don't think Williams got there tonight, even with this blowout.
Oh yeah, I forgot the Eagles did beat the Rams in week 3.
Yeah, another one where still very close game, right? I mean, the Rams definitely had chances in that game.
Yeah, I remember the Rams were going to kick a field goal. Was it to win the game? And it was blocked, and the Eagles took it back for a touchdown. I think it was like a 2-point game or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Rams went to kick it, and Eagles blocked. I remember that because that fucked my cover up. I had the Rams plus the points, and all I needed was a missed field goal, but they blocked it and took it back to the house. Third and 9 for the Rams. They hand it off, and he picks up a yard. Yeah, we should have cashed out of this total. That's stupid. And I can't believe the under is going to cash too. Full game.
Well, that works for me. Rams and under here tonight.
Easy peasy. Right now the total's at what, 41? And we got 2 minutes. We're at the 2-minute warning. Tomorrow night we have the Panthers and the Niners.
All right. Yeah, I mean, you got to give the Panthers credit for where they are right now. I guess the only thing that maybe Razor could make it a little bit better here. Well, I guess now with the Bucs losing, I mean, this is a big game, right? I guess maybe if the Panthers were at home, it might be a little bit more. And it doesn't mean it's not interesting. 7-point dogs.
Yeah, the Niners got to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. That'll keep them in the wild card position. And if the Panthers lose here, that'll take them to 6-6, and they'll still be out of playoff contention. But if they win, keeps their hopes alive.
Yeah, they lose. For the Carolina Panthers, it's division title or nothing, and the Bucs are going to be 6-5 here, and Carolina is going to be 6-5, and the bye still one more bye, I think, right here for Carolina right now. They're on 11 games. So did I get that right? Yeah.
But if the Panthers, they don't really have to win that division there. If they win this game and beat the Niners, that'll put them in the 8th spot.
Well, look, Razor, you got Philly. You got the 2 wild card coming from the north there, right?
Yeah, because you get 7 teams to make it. Right now, the Lions aren't in it. You got the Niners, Packers.
The Lions are in. I mean, they are they're ahead of Carolina for sure.
Well, yeah, but they're the ace. If the playoffs were today, they'd be the ace seed, and
Okay.
only 7 teams make it.
Right. So you have, I would have to say, right, division winners: Philly, Chicago, Philly, Chicago. One of these teams here. That's the problem. Razor, there's too many teams. Carolina can only win. I mean, there's just no way because you've got Rams, Tampa, the North winner, and Philly, right? And then so you got from there, you're going to have Seattle and either Detroit, Green Bay, or San Francisco. Carolina,
Yeah.
they need big time. They're not. It's going to be division. That's a division title or nothing. I can't, see it going any other way.
Yeah, Panthers schedule. They got Niners, Rams, Saints, Bucks, Seattle, Bucks. A lot of
That's tough.
yeah.
All right, brother, we made it.
That's gonna do it. The final score 34-7. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you for joining us here for some Sunday night football. Don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow, Monday Night Football, where the Panthers take on the Niners. Of course, before we get out here, we're going to go around the horn. Ramon, what do you got for the chat? Where can they find you, my friend?
Well, we're going to be right back here tomorrow, apparently. And I'll do the morning steam show there at 9 Eastern and 6 Pacific here on Sports Money Network. Are we on Sports Money Network? Are we on them both?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we'll preview the games. We'll have a good card. We're going to talk about college basketball, the early games, right? We're going to make some picks for sure and talk about all those because I think that's the focus until we get to Monday Night Football. And there's some other, but I think the college games here are taking precedent here on Feast Week.
Let's go. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You can find me at Razor Sharp Picks. You can find me on all platforms. And don't forget, we got new shows over on the Razor Sharp Picks Network. Every Saturday, Gas Station Sushi. He will be live handicapping the horses. And on Sundays, Johnny Gilpatrick will be live every Sunday. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you for joining us. Joe Dog, Deacon Mike, Will Work, Terry, Bill. Thank you for tuning in as always. Shout out to LALV. Appreciate you for joining us. Shout out to AJ, Lord's Apprentice, Ronnie, Step Back, Stop Geo, Dan H, Dale Fick. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button down below. Share the video and subscribe. For Ramon Scott, I'm Ray Sharp Picks. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.